Chapter 495. Huadong was speechless when Qin Feng stole Huadong's position. He couldn't get angry at Qin Feng because he was prepared to take Qin Feng in as his little brother. Ahem! Huadong, go get a chair and sit down. Everyone's been waiting for you for so long, don't waste their time. Huadong's second uncle, Huahua, glared at him. Huadong immediately stopped jumping and obediently sat down next to Qin Feng. Little brother, did you see that? The person who just spoke to me is my second uncle. He's the manager of the upper management department of the company. I'll ask him to promote you in a bit. Huadong boasted to Qin Feng as soon as he sat down. Qin Feng wanted to use this personnel change meeting to fire Huadong and his second uncle. However, Qin Feng didn't know who Huadong's second uncle was. Now that Huadong pointed it out himself, it saved Qin Feng a lot of trouble. Alright, since everyone is here, let's begin the royal group's personnel change meeting. Qin Feng secretly nodded at Wang Jun. Wang Jun immediately stood up to host the meeting. However, everyone looked at Wang Jun blankly. An old employee of the upper management department stood up and asked, Director Wang, didn't you say that our royal group has a new CEO? Isn't it a bit inappropriate for us to have a meeting without the new CEO? This person's confusion was the same as everyone else's. Wasn't it inappropriate to have a meeting without the new CEO? Wang Jun didn't care about this issue. He waved his hand to signal for everyone to be quiet and said unhurriedly, The new CEO has already instructed me to host this meeting. He's still busy with other things, so he won't be coming. Everyone understood that it was actually better if the new CEO didn't come. This way, everyone could use their connections to think of ways to promote their positions. Now, everyone is free to speak. The heads of each department can promote employees that they think are capable and outstanding. I will handle this according to the circumstances and consider everyone's opinions. After Wang Jun finished speaking, he sat down. Then, the heads of each department stood up and began to make recommendations. Wang Jun already had a copy of the personnel transfer list in his hands. Among the suggestions from the various department heads, some of them were in line with Wang Jun's thoughts, but there were also some that Wang Jun had never heard of before. Presumably, these people were trying to rope in their relatives to work for the company. However, Wang Jun did not say anything. He noted down the names of these heads and prepared to deal with them later. Soon, it was Huahua's turn. He stood up and said, I would like to recommend Huadong from the HR department. His position in the company is quite high, and the benefits he has brought to the company are obvious to all. Huadong is an upright and hardworking man. He often works late into the night and lives in the company. Huahua seemed to have prepared his recommendation. It was like a speech. He didn't even blush when he told the lie. Many people held back from spitting it out. Haha, little brother, did you see that? My second uncle is so literary. I was almost moved to tears by his words. I didn't think that he would describe me so realistically. This is me in my daily life. Looks like I'm definitely going to enter the company's management after this personnel transfer. Huadong was extremely excited. He purposely glanced at Liu Chen and said arrogantly, Humph. Some women are going to be fired in a while. Liu Chen couldn't stand Huadong's smug face. She wanted to stand up and refute him. However, Qin Feng was one step ahead and pressed down on Liu Chen's thigh. He even touched it unscrupulously. Liu Chen's charming face turned red, and she didn't even have the strength to stand up. Manager Hua is indeed amazing. You have to promote me later. Qin Feng looked at Huadong with a smile. At this moment, it was Huadong's turn to make his recommendation. He gave Qin Feng a look that said, Don't worry. Then, he swaggered to his feet and said, Ahem. Finally, it's my turn. I'll recommend a subordinate. He's diligent, hardworking, and ambitious. He's young and promising. I suggest the company let him be the assistant manager of the Human Resources Department. I believe he'll do very well. Huadong didn't stop after he recommended Qin Feng. He continued, Next, I'll report someone else. She's general managerly of the sales department. This woman doesn't know how to work properly during working hours. She's always thinking of using her body to climb the ranks. Not long ago, she came to me and said she wanted to spend a night with me. She asked me to promote her to the company's management. I'm an upright and honest person, so why would I collude with her? Now I'll expose her in front of everyone. I hope the company's senior management will pay attention to this matter. After Huadong finished speaking, he sat back down proudly. Liu Chen was so angry that she gnashed her teeth. However, Qin Feng still placed his hand on her stocking thigh and gently comforted her. After an unknown amount of time, everyone had finished speaking. At this time, the group of senior management started to tally everyone's opinions. They were in a heated discussion and making a decision. 10 minutes later, Wang Jun stood up with a name list in his hand. The meeting room instantly fell into silence. Everyone knew it was time to announce the results of the personnel transfer. Everyone was extremely nervous. Next, I'll announce the results of the personnel transfer of the royal group. First, I'll announce the names of the fired employees. Wang Jun paused intentionally. Everyone could hear the sound of deep breathing. They didn't expect that there would be people fired in this personnel transfer. Everyone prayed that they weren't the ones who were fired. However, Huadong crossed his legs and didn't look worried at all. He even looked at Liu Chen with a gloating expression. The person who was fired was none other than Liu Chen. Liu Chen was panting with rage. She felt like she was about to explode. However, she knew Qin Feng had a plan, so she endured it. She was afraid that she would ruin his plan. The names of the fired employees of the royal group are HR Manager Huadong, Administrative Assistant Manager Hua, General Manager of the Finance Department Jiang Su. Rumble. Huadong's brain exploded. His ears buzzed, and he couldn't hear Wang Jun's words anymore. He stood up abruptly and looked at Wang Jun as if he had seen a ghost. Director Wang, did I hear wrong? I'm fired? Did you just read the name list of the promoted employees? If you want to fire someone, you should fire that slut, Liu Chen. I dare you to call me slut again. A beautiful figure suddenly stood up. Liu Chen couldn't hold it in any longer. When Qin Feng withdrew his hand from her thigh, Liu Chen knew it was time to make a move. She stood up immediately and slapped Huadong's face. Slap! The slap was so loud that it echoed in the meeting room. Everyone was dumbfounded. They didn't expect a lowly sales manager like Liu Chen to slap Huadong in public. It seemed like Liu Chen was really fired this time. As for the dismissal list that Wang Jun had just read out, no one took it seriously. They all thought that Wang Jun had read it wrongly. Because from the names on the list, they were all people with power and influence in the company. Fuck! You dare hit me? You slut, you're courting death! Huadong had just heard that he was fired, and then he was slapped in public by Liu Chen. He was so angry that his lungs were about to explode. His expression was fierce, and he pounced at Liu Chen like a madman. Qin Feng grabbed Huadong's claw. No matter how much strength Huadong used, he couldn't move it at all. Stinking brat, are you trying to rebel? You're my little brother. Hurry and let go of your elder and help me catch that slut. Huadong glared at Qin Feng with a fiendish expression. Qin Feng didn't need to do anything. Liu Chen slapped him again. You still dare to curse? Chen, does your hand hurt? Do you need me to slap her for you? Qin Feng ignored Huadong's threats and asked Liu Chen. Liu Chen had wanted to slap Huadong for a long time. Now that Huadong was subdued by Qin Feng, Liu Chen could slap him freely. How could she let go of such a good opportunity to vent? No need, it's more satisfying if I slap her myself. Thus, under everyone's astonished gazes, Liu Chen happily and angrily slapped Huadong. At first, Huadong was arrogant and despotic. Later, his entire face swelled like a pig's head. He was in so much pain that he started to kneel and beg for mercy. Great aunt, please spare me. My mouth is cheap. Everything I said was bullshit. Don't take it seriously. Huadong knelt on the ground like a mangy dog. Everyone was so shocked that their eyeballs almost popped out. Huadong usually relied on his second uncle's position in the company's management to act tyrannically and arrogantly. Now, he was battered and battered by Liu Qin. This scene was like a dream, it didn't seem real. Huahua was also completely dumbfounded. He didn't understand how a mere sales manager like Liu Qin could be so arrogant. Also, who was that stinking brat who grabbed Huadong? He didn't usually see him at the company. Phew, I'm done. I'm tired. My hand is swollen. Liu Qin couldn't remember how many times she slapped Huadong. In any case, her hand hurt, so she stopped. Huadong's entire face was swollen like a basketball. It was blue and purple and looked frightening. No one could recognize his original appearance. Qin Feng tossed Huadong aside and walked to Liu Chen's side. He held Liu Chen's right hand in his palm. Waves of warm energy entered Liu Chen's body and quickly dissolved the clotted blood around her palm. Huh! My hand doesn't hurt anymore. Qin Feng, how did you do that? At first, Liu Chen thought Qin Feng came to take advantage of her, but she quickly realized that wasn't the case. The scene of Qin Feng treating Liu Chen's illness was not what everyone thought. They all thought that after Qin Feng and Liu Chen teamed up to beat Huadong, they began to be affectionate and comforting each other. This arrogant behavior made Huahua unable to hold it in any longer. General Manager Li, do you know what you're doing? You actually dared to hit someone in public. I don't think Royal Group will tolerate a violent person like you. I'll ask the upper management to negotiate and fire this woman. And that man, he's General Manager Li's accomplice. He should be dealt with as well. Chapter 496. Huahua, shut your mouth! Wang Jun suddenly roared angrily, scaring everyone into silence. Huahua looked at Wang Jun as if he had seen a ghost. The rest of the employees also had different expressions. Most of them looked confused. No matter what, Huahua was still a senior manager of the company, and Liu Chen was just a supervisor in the sales department. Qin Feng, on the other hand, was a new face to everyone. Everyone treated him as a new employee. How could Wang Jun completely fall out with Huahua because of these two people? Director Wang, what do you mean? Huahua suppressed his anger and glared at Wang Jun with dissatisfaction. Wang Jun trembled with anger. What do I mean? I told you to shut your mouth, so shut your mouth. Are you going to question my words? Seeing that Wang Jun was really angry, everyone was nervous to death. Huahua was also woken up by the scolding. His position was much lower than Wang Jun's. Director Wang, how could I dare to question your words? I'll shut my mouth right now. Huahua started to give in, but Wang Jun's attitude towards him was still cold. After glaring at Huahua, Wang Jun immediately changed his attitude to one of respect. He looked at Qin Feng and Liu Qin. We were talking nicely just now, but Huahua interrupted us. Now let me introduce everyone. General Manager Li of the Sales Department has been promoted to the Director of the Group's Administrative Department. Whoosh! Wang Jun's news came too suddenly. The employees below him couldn't stay calm. A small general manager of the sales department was directly promoted to the director of the administrative department? This was simply a legendary story of an otaku turning into a Ms. Perfect. Didn't this only happen on television? How could it happen in real life? Director Wang, are you sure you didn't say anything wrong? What the fuck is this? Huahua had just calmed down, but now he was on the verge of collapse again. He didn't understand Wang Jun today. He actually fired him and Huadong and made Liu Chen the director of the administrative department? In reality, before Royal Group was taken back by Qin Feng, although Wang Jun held a high position in the company, he almost never interfered with the matters of the upper management. He even turned a blind eye to Huahua bending the law to force his nephew, Huadong, into the company. Of course, aside from Huadong and Huahua, there were many employees who entered the company through the back door. Wang Jun didn't care about them. It wasn't that he didn't want to be responsible, but he didn't dare to interfere. He was deeply afraid that if his performance in the company was too strong, he would be fired by the previous bosses behind the scenes. That would go against Wan Jun's original intentions. Now, things were different. Qin Feng had returned, and the royal group had once again fallen into the hands of the Acropolis City's Qin family. Wan Jun was Qin Huang's trusted aide, so he naturally had to work with Qin Feng to crack down on the corruption that had recently appeared in the royal group. Hua, didn't you hear what I said earlier? You and Huadong have been fired by the company, so you no longer have the right to speak here. You'd better shut up, don't piss me off. Wan Jun had long disliked Hua, and now he glared at him coldly. Hua was truly frightened. For a moment, he couldn't understand Wang Jun's intentions. Hua could only keep his mouth shut and continue to watch the situation unfold. Wang Jun's sudden aggressiveness caused everyone to hold their breaths. At this moment, everyone was sitting cautiously in their seats, not daring to move a muscle. They were deeply afraid of accidentally provoking Wang Jun, and if that happened, they would be the next one to be fired. General Manager Li's promotion to Director of the Administrative Department was unanimously approved after careful consideration and strict investigation by our upper management department. General Manager Li works hard in the sales department, is diligent and motivated, and wholeheartedly works for the royal group. Our group needs talents like General Manager Li. Everyone can learn from General Manager Li, and in the future you will also have the opportunity to skip ranks and be promoted like her. Wan Jun's words made everyone excited. It turned out that every employee had the opportunity to skip ranks and be promoted. This way, everyone was filled with confidence in the royal group. It was a fact that Li Yuchen had become the director of the administrative department. However, Huadong and Hua still couldn't accept this fact. The situation shouldn't have developed this way. They even planned to promote themselves to the administrative department and wield great power. They should have fired Li Yuchen directly, but that wasn't the case at all. However, at this time, an even more shocking news came. Wan Jun suddenly said in an incomparably solemn tone, "Now, let's welcome the new CEO of the royal group to his seat." As soon as Wan Jun finished speaking, he took the lead and stood up to applaud. The others also stood up in a daze as if they were still in a daze. Everyone's gaze turned to the door of the conference room in unison. They wondered if the new CEO had finished his work and suddenly returned. However, after looking for a long time, there was no one at the door. Instead, Li Yuchen suddenly held Qin Feng's arm and walked to the empty seat at the head of the table. After arriving at the head of the table, Qin Feng elegantly sat down. Li Yuchen stood behind Qin Feng and massaged his shoulders and back. Everyone's eyes widened, and their jaws dropped to the floor. He's the new CEO? No wonder Director Wang is so protective of him. So that's why. Huadong and Hua just wanted to suppress Li Yuchen. Aren't they seeking death? Li Yuchen is obviously the new CEO's woman. The new CEO is so young, tall, handsome, and rich. I wonder if he needs a mistress. Everyone couldn't accept the fact that Qin Feng was the new CEO, so they started to chatter. Huadong and Hua, on the other hand, stared at Qin Feng as if their own father had died. At this moment, they all understood and regretted it so much that their intestines turned green. This was especially true for Huadong. When he thought about how he acted pretentiously in front of Qin Feng and how he said he would take Qin Feng in as his follower and promote him in the future, Huadong wanted to bang his head against the wall and die. Ahem. Everyone, please quiet down, Qin Feng suddenly said. In the next second, the noisy conference room became so quiet that even the sound of a pin dropping could be heard. I've given Director Wang full authority to manage the Royal Group's personnel change meeting. Now that Director Wang and the company's senior management team have agreed on the transfer plan, he will continue to announce everyone's transfer status. Qin Feng gave Wang Jun a look, and Wang Jun immediately picked up the announcement list and continued to read it. This time, the personnel change in Royal Group was huge. 6 people were directly kicked out of the senior management team, and 5 of them were demoted to the lower departments. The other departments had even more drastic changes. Some people were promoted, while others were demoted or fired. When the list of personnel transfers was read to the end, people with discerning eyes could already see the situation. This time, the transfer of personnel was very fair and reasonable. Most of those who had previously come in through relatives and connections had resigned, while those who were usually diligent had also received a large promotion. This time, the list of personnel transfers has been announced. Those whose names are not read out will have their positions temporarily unchanged. I'm sure everyone can see that our new CEO adheres to the principle of fair treatment. As long as you're willing to work hard and wholeheartedly create value for the company, you'll be promoted. As for those who just eat and drink, they'll all be eliminated. So, everyone, keep working hard in the future. I hope that in the next personnel meeting, you'll all be able to climb to the positions you want. Qin Feng had already achieved the results he had hoped for with this HR change meeting. He had specifically used Huadong and Huahua as examples of parasites and fired them. He had also used Li Yuqin as a role model and promoted her 3 ranks in a row to motivate the employees. The personnel change meeting was over, and the employees left one after another. Some of their expressions were dejected, while others were pleasantly surprised. Young Master Qin, what should we do with these 2 people? After everyone left, Huadong and Huahua still had it left. At this time, the 2 of them directly knelt in front of Qin Feng and continuously tried to curry favor with him. Chairman Qin, please spare us this time. We don't want to leave. We've developed deep feelings for Royal Group, and we've long treated this place as our home. How could you bear to let us be homeless? As long as Chairman Qin is willing to spare us this time, we swear that in the future, we'll do our best to serve Royal Group. Qin Feng looked at the 2 of them kneeling in front of his shoes like lapdogs. He turned his head and said to Li Yuqin, "What do you think?" Li Yuqin raised her eyebrows. She detested Huadong, but seeing that Qin Feng had asked her, Li Yuqin said with some dissatisfaction, "If you want to let them go, then let them go. After all, I'm your subordinate, so what I say doesn't matter." Qin Feng used his index finger to poke Li Yuqin's head and said, "What are you thinking? These kinds of people dared to humiliate you, so how could I let them go? I'm asking you, do you want to slap that Huadong a few more times? If not, I'll have people throw them out." "Ah? Oh. I won't slap them anymore. I won't slap them anymore." Li Yuqin suddenly came to her senses, and her depressed mood instantly improved. Huadong let out a sigh of relief. Then, he saw Li Yuqin bouncing to his side. She fiercely stomped on Huadong's body with her sharp high heels. "My hand hurts from slapping you. I'll just stomp a few times and it'll be fine." Li Yuqin stomped on him merrily, and Huadong wailed like a ghost and howled like a wolf in pain. Howard shrank to the side and watched. He felt that it was frightening, but he didn't dare to go up and stop them. "Qinchin, it's about time. You're going to stomp this person to death." Qin Feng saw that Huadong's eyes were rolling back from being stomped on, so he stopped Li Yuqin. I was too excited just now and didn't notice. How come he's frothing at the mouth?" Li Yuqin jumped in fright when she saw Huadong's miserable appearance. "I can only say that you're too fat. You should lose weight." Qin Feng didn't even look at Huadong. He pulled Li Yuqin and left. "Director Wang, I'll leave the rest to you." Li Yuqin walked out of the office with Qin Feng in a huff. She complained to Qin Feng along the way. "Are you blind? How am I fat? Look at my waist, there's not a single bit of fat." "Really? Then pull up your shirt and let me see if you really don't have any fat," Qin Feng said seriously. Li Yuqin pulled up the corner of her shirt that was tucked into her half-skirt. Then, she lifted the corner and revealed her flat little belly. Her belly button was exquisite and sexy, and Qin Feng's eyes shone when he saw it. "See? There's not a single bit of fat. If you dare to call me fat in the future, be careful that I step on you too." Li Yuqin glared at Qin Feng with a smug expression. Qin Feng immediately reached out and touched Li Yuqin's belly. "Huh! There really isn't any fat. Qinchin, your skin is so good." Hee, of course, I take care of my skin." Li Yuqin giggled happily after being praised by Qin Feng. Halfway through her giggling, she suddenly realized that something was wrong. She immediately slapped Qin Feng's hand away and quickly tucked the corner of her shirt back into her half-skirt. "Ah, you pervert, where are you putting your hand?" "Ah? I just want to see if you don't have any fat down there." Qin Feng laughed evilly. Chapter 497. Qin Feng, why did you bring me to the Royal Hotel? You don't tell me you want to get a room with me? Liu Qin looked at the imposing Royal Hotel and maintained a safe distance from Qin Feng with a vigilant expression. Qin Feng curled his lips and said disdainfully, "What are you thinking, you damned girl? It's enough for you to become a Ms. Perfect and sit in the position of the chief executive officer of the royal group. Do you really want to have a relationship with me and marry into a rich family? Even if you beg me, I still have to think about it." Liu Qin was so angry that her large chest heaved up and down. She glared at Qin Feng and yelled, "Go die! You make it seem like I like you. Even if you gave me all of the Qin Manor's assets, I still wouldn't marry you." The two were like a pair of quarrelsome lovers. From the moment they walked out of the royal group's doors, they argued until now. Qin Feng stared at Liu Qin's slender and beautiful legs wrapped in black silk and said casually, "Stop dreaming, I won't give you the Qin Manor's assets. I already said I wouldn't want it even if you gave it to me for free." Liu Qin's angry appearance was cold and cute. Many passers-by couldn't help but glance at her a few more times. "I already said I wouldn't give it to you, why are you still daydreaming?" Qin Feng curled his lips. Liu Qin was so angry that her lungs were about to explode. She found that Qin Feng was still as shameless and vulgar as before. This person was completely unreasonable and inverted right and wrong. Liu Qin was too lazy to argue with him. That's more like it. First, obediently be your administrative director. If you perform well, I can consider adding you to my harem queue. When this young master is in a good mood, I'll flip your cards." "You!" Liu Qin glared angrily, but couldn't say a word for a while. Qin Feng saw Liu Qin's deflated appearance, and felt indescribably happy. He went up and rubbed Liu Qin's head. He suddenly said seriously, "Go up, find a woman called by Qing and promote her to be the vice president of the Royal Hotel. I still have things to do, so I'll be leaving first. Wait for me to come back and find you guys." Qin Feng left as soon as he said he would. When Liu Qin came back to her senses, she found that Qin Feng had already disappeared. She remembered that Qin Feng had told her to take care of official business, but she had misunderstood him. Liu Qin's face instantly became red, and she shyly walked into the Royal Hotel. Under the night sky, the Acropolis city was a scene of debauchery and debauchery. It was the time for everyone to tear off their masks and reveal their true selves. Qin Feng had the head of a wolf and the body of a human. His red cloak fluttered in the wind as he stood at the top of a large tree, overlooking the nearby Sima family residence. "Hey! Big brother Qin!" Qin Feng took out his cell phone and made a call. Soon, a familiar voice came from the other side. "Yunze, how are things on your side?" "Big brother Qin, don't worry. I'm already standing guard outside the Fang family's old mansion. Your friend is also here. He's right beside me. We're waiting for your orders at any time," Yunze said respectfully. Ever since Qin Feng gave Yunze the blood chi pill last night and helped him break through to stage 4 inner chi, Yunze was extremely grateful to Qin Feng. He respected Qin Feng as if he was his own brother. Not long ago, Yunze received a call from Qin Feng. Qin Feng gave him a mission to guard near the Fang family and attack the Fang family tonight. With Yunze's current strength, he was still a little lacking in taking down the Fang family. Thus, Qin Feng sent him a helper, and this helper was an expert like the sword god, Shimin Chui Shui. Qin Feng set up a grand scheme to confuse Xiao 11 Lang, and this exciting battle was about to begin tonight. "Alright, wait for my news." Qin Feng hung up the call with Yunze and then called Zhang Hui. "Io, Ancestor Qin, what orders do you have?" Zhang Hui had been hit by Qin Feng's 5 poison needle, so he really treated Qin Feng like an ancestor. After all, his life was in Qin Feng's hands. "Little Hui Zi, Are there any movements on your side? Qin Feng asked indifferently. Ancestor Qin, I was just about to report to you, but I didn't expect you to call me first. Not long ago, my grandfather sent many experts from the Zhang family to guard the Sima family's old residence. According to my inquiries, the Fan family's old man also sent people over. Ancestor Qin, the Sima family is heavily guarded tonight, you must not go over. Zhang Hui looked like he cared a lot about Qin Feng, but Qin Feng knew very well that Zhang Hui cared about his life. If he died, who would cure him? I don't need you to teach me what to do. You just need to do as I say. Qin Feng's voice suddenly turned cold, and Zhang Hui was so scared that he peed his pants. Yes, Ancestor Qin is right. If you have any arrangements, just tell me. I will definitely do as you say. Seeing that Zhang Hui was as timid as a mouse and did not dare to betray him, Qin Feng said, In a while, I will bring people to attack the Fang family. Your Zhang family members better not get involved. Even if the person behind the scenes orders you to go to the Fang family to support them, you can just bring a few people to put on an act. If you really dare to make a move, then I won't let you live. Ah? Oh. All right. Ancestor Qin, don't worry. Even if you lend our Zhang family 10 guts, we won't dare to go against you. Zhang Hui had witnessed Qin Feng's valiant skills at the royal clubhouse, so how would he dare to fight with Qin Feng? He couldn't wait for the Van family to hide far away from Qin Feng in the future. After hanging up on Qin Feng, Zhang Hui immediately went to make arrangements. Qin Feng stood at the top of a tree. The surroundings of the Sima family's old residence were shrouded in the darkness of the night, and nothing unusual could be seen. Qin Feng bought a talisman of clairvoyance from the system and activated the incantation for the talisman of clairvoyance. The scene before Qin Feng's eyes changed drastically. In the dark corners outside the old residence, behind the buildings, and under various concealments that could be used to hide, black-clothed people were all hiding. There were more than 30 of them. Although the number of people was not a lot, they were all martial artists with different strengths. This kind of martial artist team was still very destructive. Shao 11th Lang? It seems like you have a lot of hatred for me. I want to see, who exactly are you? An evil smile flashed across Qin Feng's face. He swiped his phone a few times and sent a message to Yunzhe. Begin the operation! In an unremarkable rental house outside the Sima family's old residence in Acropolis City, 2 figures stood in front of the window. They could see the entire Sima family from there. Young master, the troops have been arranged. Now, the Sima family has been surrounded by our people. If Qin Feng dares to come tonight, he won't be able to escape even if he has wings. The man who spoke wore a black cloak that covered his face, and his voice was a little old. If Qin Lang is Qin Feng, then he will definitely come tonight, said the black-clothed man who stood in front of the window with binoculars. From his voice, he sounded like a youth. Young master, Qin Lang clearly said he would take action tomorrow night. Why did young master arrange such a large force tonight? The elder was a little puzzled. Uncle Yen, you and I have fought with Qin Feng a few times. He is cunning and does not play by the rules. If Qin Lang is Qin Feng, then he said he would take action tomorrow to deceive people. Taking action one day earlier is more like Qin Feng's character. The young man smiled warmly, as if he really understood Qin Feng. So that's how it is. If young master says so, then it is indeed possible. Uncle Yen had a look of sudden realization. Young master, there's a call for you. At this moment, Uncle Fu's phone rang, and he immediately gave it to the youth. The youth looked at the displayed number on the phone and raised his eyebrows. What is it? Master, it's bad, Qin Feng is here. Zhang Hui's urgent voice came from the phone. The youth frowned. Qin Feng? Where is he? He just killed his way to the Fang family. I think Fang Xing and I offended Qin Feng last night, so he is vicious and merciless. Tonight, he took advantage of the night to kill the Fang family. Both sides have already started fighting. The youth already knew about Qin Feng appearing in Acropolis City last night and killing Fang Xing and his bodyguard. This was what Zhang Hui told the youth according to Qin Feng's words. It was because of this information that the youth suddenly changed his mind and came to the Sima family's heavily guarded area tonight. The youth had a premonition that Qing Lang was Qin Feng. He originally thought that everything was under his control and that he could completely eliminate Qin Feng tonight. However, Zhang Hui's sudden call destroyed all of the youth's thoughts and plans. Qin Feng went to the Feng family to start a massacre? Was he really going to come tomorrow night to exterminate the Sima family? This wasn't Qin Feng's style. Very quickly, the youth calmed down. His eyes flashed with a white light as he asked in a deep voice, "Where's your Zhang family's patriarch? Why didn't he call me to report this matter?" Zhang Hui didn't expect the person behind the scenes to be so cautious. His heart skipped a beat, but he still hurriedly said, "Master, our Zhang family and Fang family have already formed an alliance, and we have always advanced and retreated together. This time, the Fang family has encountered such a great disaster, and the elite guards of our two great families have all been dispatched to the Sima family's side. My grandfather hurriedly brought the rest of the family to the Fang family to support them. I'm calling you because I want to ask you to help us take down that little thief Qin Feng." Zhang Hui's tone was hurried, and he pretended to be serious. In reality, he still didn't understand Qin Feng's intentions. It was fine if he went to kill the Fang family, but why did he have to reveal his whereabouts to the person behind the scenes? However, Zhang Hui didn't care so much. He just had to obediently follow Qin Feng's orders. The youth was silent for a while. Finally, he gritted his teeth and said, "Stop Qin Feng for me. Don't let him escape. I'll bring people over now." After the phone hung up, Uncle Yen asked impatiently, "Young master, what happened?" "Fuck, I miscalculated. Qin Feng has already appeared. Immediately bring people to the Fang family. We must capture Qin Feng tonight." The youth waved his hand and took the lead to run downstairs. Uncle Yen was stunned. He didn't expect the young master to be tricked by Qin Feng. Chapter 498. Qin Feng stood at the top of the tree, paying attention to his surroundings. After waiting for a while, he discovered that the martial artists who were hiding in the shadows and behind the buildings were quickly retreating. In just a few seconds, all of them had left. Qin Feng's eyes lit up as he watched the people running in the dark. He saw two familiar figures at the forefront of the crowd. Both of them were wrapped in black robes and had black hats on their heads, so he couldn't see their faces clearly. However, Qin Feng recognized them immediately. They were the two people who had suddenly appeared in the Amethyst Dragon Palace 3 months ago. Qin Feng could conclude that Xiao 11 Lang was indeed the black-clothed man who had appeared in the Amethyst Dragon Palace. However, Qin Feng didn't chase after him. Putting aside the fact that he had brought more than 30 martial artists with him, the black-cloaked elder alone was a Stage 8 inner chi expert. Since Shimin Chuixue wasn't by Qin Feng's side, Qin Feng wasn't stupid enough to throw his life away. Since he had seen through Xiao 11 Lang, Qin Feng planned to start with the Martial Art Alliance and find out Xiao 11 Lang's true identity. Under the night sky, Qin Feng leaped into the air. His body was as agile as a swallow, and in a few breaths, he landed in the Sima family's old residence. "Who is it? Who is standing there? Tell us your name, or else we won't be polite." Qin Feng had just landed when the 4 patrolling guards noticed him and shouted at him. When the 4 of them saw Qin Feng wearing a wolf mask in the middle of the night to scare people, they were shocked. Now they were suppressing a belly full of anger. Qin Feng swaggered toward the Sima family's main residence, as if he didn't see the 4 guards. The 4 guards' faces darkened, and they immediately pounced on him. "Brat, why are you wearing a werewolf mask in the middle of the night, and pretending to be a ghost? Do you think I'm scared? You idiot, how dare you trespass on the Sima family's sacred ground? You deserve to die." The guard who rushed toward Qin Feng waved his fist and scolded him. However, before he could finish his sentence, Qin Feng raised his hand and a white light flashed. The guard's head flew into the air, and his blood splattered all over the ground. Hiss! Seeing this scene, the remaining 3 people stopped abruptly. They looked at Qin Feng with fear as if they had seen a ghost. They were so scared that their bodies trembled. They didn't even see how Qin Feng attacked, and their companion was already dead. Who exactly are you? Are you a human or a ghost? The remaining guards were so frightened that they didn't dare to approach Qin Feng. A wolf-headed man suddenly appeared in the middle of the night. Not only did he have a frightening appearance, but he also had strange skills. It was too terrifying. Tonight is the doomsday of the Sima family. I'm here to exterminate your family. If you don't want to die, get lost. Qin Feng was now a stage 4 inner qi expert, so his body was filled with inner qi. He used his inner qi to transmit his voice. His voice was loud and clear, and it spread in all directions. The 3 guards were all stage 1 inner qi martial artists. How could they withstand Qin Feng's berserk aura? They were suffocated by Qin Feng's aura and quickly hid in a corner. They wanted to see how the situation would develop before doing anything else. Qin Feng didn't care about the 3 of them and kicked the main residence's door. With a loud bang, the 2 solid metal doors, which weighed at least 400 kilograms, flew out like a kite with a broken string. Rumble! The solid iron gate smashed into the wall, and a portion of it sank in. Another loud bang rang out, causing the old main residence to shake slightly. The 2 loud noises were so loud that the lights in the Sima family's courtyard were lit up one after another. Many family members ran into the courtyard, and the courtyard instantly became a noisy and chaotic scene. What's going on? What happened? What the fuck? Who's not sleeping in the middle of the night? Why is he practicing martial arts in the courtyard? Fuck. What the hell is that? Why is he wearing a wolf-headed mask? Is he pretending to be a ghost in the middle of the night? I'm scared to death. The members of the Sima family quickly rushed to the big courtyard. The originally empty courtyard was now surrounded by people. These people chatted for a long time, but no one understood what was going on. They only realized that a strange wolf-headed man had suddenly appeared in the old mansion. The elder is here. Everyone, move aside. A low roar sounded. The people who were watching the commotion immediately quieted down and opened up a small path. The elder of the Sima family, Sima Gaofeng, walked out from the crowd. Behind him were his 3 sons. One of them was Sima Tu's father, Sima Haoran. What just happened? Why was there such a big commotion? Sima Gaofeng stood in front of the crowd and swept his cold gaze over them. Someone stood out and pointed at Qin Feng. Elder, I don't know where this stinking brat came from, but he's playing tricks in the middle of the night. I think the commotion just now was caused by him. Sima Gaofeng and his 3 sons' gazes simultaneously fell on Qin Feng. The old man was getting on in years. When he suddenly saw Qin Feng, this wolf-headed monster, he was so scared that his body visibly trembled, and he almost had a heart attack. Ayaya! What the fuck is this? You almost scared me to death. Who the fuck let you in? Do you know where this place is? This is the Sima family's territory. You brat, do you want to die? The 3rd son, Sima Jun, was only 25 or 26 years old. Normally, he relied on his family's power to bully others and tyrannize women. At this age, he was still as crazy as a child. At this time, he was also shocked by Qin Feng's appearance. He didn't cover it up like the elder and his 2 brothers. Instead, he yelled out loud. Sima Gaofeng was extremely angry. He fiercely glared at his 3rd son. Shut up. As a member of the Sima family, you're so scared of such a small thing. Don't you feel ashamed? Dad, you seem to be scared too. I saw your legs tremble a few times, and you almost fell. The 3rd son looked at the elder with a deadpan expression. However, what greeted him was an angry slap from the elder. Evil creature, you evil creature, shut up! Dad, are you blind from old age? Why did you hit me? That guy is over there. The 3rd son was slapped for no reason, so he was so angry that he couldn't stop yelling. Sima Gaofeng almost fainted from anger. Sima Haoran glared at his 3rd brother. 3rd brother, don't talk. In the Sima family, Sima too was the strongest among the younger generation. At such a young age, he stepped into the realm of stage 4 inner chi. However, Sima too was dead, and the strongest among the younger generation was only stage 2 inner chi. In Sima Haoran's generation, he was the strongest. Now, he was already a stage 6 inner chi martial artist. Sima Jun dared to talk back to the elder, but he didn't dare to argue with his big brother. Otherwise, his big brother would kill him with one slap. Stinking brat, who are you? Hurry up and take off the mask on your face, and I'll leave your corpse intact. Sima Haoran glared at Qin Feng with a condescending attitude. It was obvious that he didn't put Qin Feng in his eyes. Sima Haoran, how long has it been since we last met? Don't you recognize me? Back then, you ordered your son to unite the entire Sima family to deal with my family. You guys are very treacherous. Qin Feng's voice carried a trace of murderous intent when he saw the main character had come out. You know me? Who are you? I won't allow you to mention my son. Sima Haoran's expression changed drastically. His entire face became sinister. Sima Tu's sudden death was a huge blow to him. Whenever someone mentioned Sima Tu, Sima Haoran's emotions would go out of control. Who I am is not important anymore. What's important is that I'm going to annihilate your Sima family tonight. I'll let you taste the feeling of being annihilated. Qin Feng didn't waste any more words. As soon as he finished speaking, a white light shot out. Sima Haoran was filled with anger. He strode forward and grabbed Qin Feng's neck. What a joke! You think you can annihilate my Sima family? You're delusional. Poochie. The sound of skin and bones being cut rang out. Sima Haoran had just arrived by Qin Feng's side when his expression greatly changed. His eyes almost popped out of their sockets as he stared in shock at his right arm that had been sent flying. That was the arm he had used to capture Qin Feng. How did it suddenly disappear? Sima Haoran didn't even see how Qin Feng made his move. He was extremely shocked. Could it be that Qin Feng could condense qi to kill? That's the realm of half-step cultivation. Wah! Big brother, your arm flew out! Everyone in the Sima family was stunned when they saw this scene. Only Sima Jun was shouting excitedly and curiously. Halfway through his shouting, Sima Jun raised his voice by a decibel and shouted, Dad, what's wrong with you? Why did you faint just like that? I've already told you that you're old. Don't run around if you have nothing to do. Believe me now. The second son, Sima Di, was in no mood to pay attention to Sima Jun and the elder who had fainted. He was also shocked when he saw his big brother's arm was cut off by the wolf-headed man. From Sima Di's point of view, Qin Feng didn't even use any spiritual weapon. He could condense inner chi out of thin air and injure people from a distance. This was something only an inner chi master could do. Sima Di shook his head and cast these unrealistic thoughts aside. How many half-step cultivation experts were there in China? Rumor had it that in the secular world, only the 9 dragons and 5 tigers had unfathomable strength. Among them, the 9 dragons seemed to have stepped into the half-step cultivation realm. However, this was just a rumor. No one knew if it was true or not. The wolf-headed man in front of him sounded like a young man. Sima Di didn't believe that he was a half-step cultivation expert. Sima Di didn't care and rushed to help his big brother. What the fuck are you guys standing there for? Go and catch this stinking brat. I want him alive. Sima Di was a stage 4 inner chi expert. He was considered an expert in Acropolis City. He leaped and arrived in front of Qin Feng. Suddenly, a silver flexible sword appeared in his hand and he swung it at Qin Feng's face. Hiss, hiss, hiss. The silver flexible sword was like a dancing silver snake. Qin Feng had just released a wind blade and was preparing for the second one. Seeing that the flexible sword was about to wrap around his head, Qin Feng waved his hand and an orange whip descended from the sky and tangled with the silver flexible sword. Crackle! The spirit snake whip was unstoppable. It pulled the flexible sword out of Sima Di's hand. Sima Di's expression changed drastically when the flexible sword left his hand. He hurriedly struck Qin Feng's chest with his palm. Qin Feng held the whip in his left hand and punched with his right fist. The air around him whistled. The combination of the winter iron glove and thunder tiger fist sent Sima Di flying like a ferocious tiger. Pfft! Sima Di spat out a mouthful of blood in midair and fainted on the ground. Qin Feng stood at the same spot. A footprint was left on the ground under his feet. Apart from that, he wasn't injured at all. Kill! Let's kill this brat together! How dare you cause trouble in the Sima family's mansion in the middle of the night? Do you want to die? You think you're a werewolf just because you wear a wolf mask? You idiot! The members of the Sima family rushed at Qin Feng. Some of them had weapons in their hands and some were bare-handed. Qin Feng was immediately surrounded by a dense mass of people. There were at least 50 to 60 of them. Crackle! Qin Feng leaped into the air and swung the spirit snake whip. With a single lash, the people below him fell to the ground. Today is the doomsday of the Sima family. I'm here to exterminate your family. If you're not a member of the Sima family, get out of here. If you don't want to die, you can stay here. Qin Feng's cold voice echoed in the air as the long whip fell. Chapter 499. Qin Feng's strength was so powerful that it exceeded everyone's expectations. Less than half of these people were relatives of the Sima family, but the other half were guards, bodyguards, and handymen hired by the Sima family. Qin Feng had made it clear that he was here to exterminate the Sima family. It was obvious that the powerful person that the Sima family had offended had returned to seek revenge. Why would those who weren't relatives of the Sima family become the sacrificial lamb in this family war? Whoosh! 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 The quiet courtyard was suddenly filled with the sound of wind. Streaks of white light flashed past like dazzling meteors. However, the white light was not only beautiful, but it also contained a strong killing intent. In an instant, more than 10 Sima family members fell to the ground. Some of them had broken arms, some lost legs, and some even lost their heads. Hiss! Qin Feng's overbearing strength completely shocked everyone. Whether it was the Sima family members or the guards hired by the Sima family, they all feared Qin Feng from the bottom of their hearts. Qin Feng's skills were so valiant that it was hard to fathom. No one saw how he attacked, but the courtyard had already turned into a bloody hell. I'll say it for the last time. Tonight, I'm here to exterminate the Sima family. You're not a member of the Sima family. Get out of here! Qin Feng's demonic voice resounded in the night sky. The guards and servants who were hesitant just a moment ago immediately broke into a run without thinking. That was definitely the posture and speed of escaping for their lives. After the first person ran away, more and more people ran away. The courtyard was instantly plunged into chaos. There were sounds of people begging for mercy and angry curses from the Sima family. Qin Feng didn't seem to see or hear them as he patiently waited for everyone to run for their lives. Soon, the courtyard regained its peace. This time, the originally dense crowd became few and far between. At a glance, there were only about 20 people left. You're Qin Feng? You must be Qin Feng. I know that orange-grade spirit whip and orange-grade boxing gloves you wore just now belonged to Qin Feng. While everyone was running for their lives, Sima Haoran was secretly healing his injuries. At this moment, his broken arm had already stopped bleeding. Looking at his appearance, it seemed like losing an arm was not a big deal. So what if you know I'm Qin Feng? It's still death. When Qin Feng used the spirit snake whip and the winter iron gloves, he thought that the Sima family members might be able to see through his identity. However, Qin Feng didn't care because dead people wouldn't reveal any information. Xiao! Qin Feng didn't waste any words. He suddenly raised his hand and a white light shot towards Sima Haoran's head. Clang! An ear-piercing collision sound rang out. Qin Feng's expression changed slightly. Sima Haoran took out a crescent moon blade out of nowhere. The large blade swept horizontally and directly blocked the wind blade. Qin Feng! How dare you kill my son? Today, I'll take your life as a sacrifice to his soul in heaven. After Sima Haoran guessed Qin Feng's identity, his entire appearance changed. His eyes were completely red, and his expression was sinister. He was almost as scary as Qin Feng's wolf mask. Clang! The 2-meter-long azure dragon saber came down from above Qin Feng's head. The body of the saber flickered with an orange glow, and spiritual qi flowed through it. It was actually an orange-grade spiritual equipment. Sima Haoran was a stage 6 inner qi martial artist. With the help of an orange-grade spiritual weapon, his strength was not to be underestimated. Qin Feng waved his hand and quickly took out the spear of rat halos. He swung it through the air and stabbed the crescent moon blade. Qin Feng didn't gain the upper hand in the head-on collision. Even though he had drunk the strength potion, his current stage 4 inner qi strength could only burst forth with the force of a stage 6 inner qi. He was on par with Sima Haoran. Both of them retreated 3 steps. Qin Feng slightly raised his brows while Sima Haoran laughed complacently. Ha! I thought you had a lot of ability, didn't you? You're just a sham. Your true strength is only at stage 4 inner qi. You want to destroy the Sima family with a rookie like you? What a joke! Big brother, let's not waste time with him. Let's kill this brat together. Sima Di wasn't afraid of Qin Feng after he knew Qin Feng's true strength. Sima Di leaped into the air with the flexible sword in his hand and stabbed at Qin Feng. Sima Haoran followed closely behind his younger brother with the crescent moon blade in one hand. He looked unstoppable. Hiss! Sima Di, who was the first to charge forward, suddenly sped up. It was as if he had a liquid nitrogen accelerator installed on his body, constantly accelerating. The soft sword in his hand swayed in the air like a silver water snake swaying back and forth. Qin Feng's eyes lit up. Sima Di's sudden increase in speed surprised Qin Feng. In fact, Sima Di was only a stage 4 inner qi martial artist. Even if he sped up, he wouldn't be fast in Qin Feng's eyes. However, the way he sped up was a little strange. It was similar to Qin Feng's sudden burst of speed after he released the sacred azure battle armor. However, Sima Di wasn't wearing any spiritual armor, which was unbelievable. Brat, you're dead meat! Sima Di was very confident in his sudden increase in speed. When he saw Qin Feng suddenly lost his focus, he seized this opportunity to take Qin Feng down. Qin Feng quickly regained his senses and put away the sacred azure battle armor. The 250 kilograms weight disappeared from his body, and Qin Feng instantly felt light as if he was about to fly. He leaned to the side and nimbly dodged the silver serpent flexible sword. Then, he slammed his palm on Sima Di's chest. Bang! This palm contained powerful inner qi. Sima Di fell to the ground and couldn't get up. On the other hand, Qin Feng used the counterforce to leap into the air and dodge Sima Haoran's attack. In the air, Qin Feng's wolf head was ferocious. The red battle robe on his shoulders fluttered in the wind. He raised his hand and casually swung the spear of rat halos. 3 fireballs suddenly fell from the sky. Boom! The fireballs were like meteors, directly smashing into Sima Di's body. Sima Di was lying on the ground injured, and he didn't even have the strength to stand up. Seeing the 3 fireballs flying towards him, his eyes widened in fear, and his face was filled with terror, but there was nothing he could do. Sizzle! The fireballs landed on Sima Di's body and quickly burned. Before Sima Di could regain his senses, his entire body was on fire. His screams immediately echoed in the surroundings. The scorching heat of the flames made Sima Di roll back and forth on the ground in pain. He wanted to extinguish the fire, but it grew stronger. Big brother water, quickly find water to extinguish the fire. I am going to be burned to death. Sima Di's heart-wrenching screams made Sima Haoran recover from the shock and quickly ran to find water. Don't waste your energy. Take care of yourself first. When Qin Feng saw this, he raised his hand and sent another 3 fireballs down. Before Sima Haoran could run far, he was surrounded by fireballs. Fortunately, he swung his crescent blade in time and deflected one of the fireballs. Otherwise, he wouldn't be burned like Sima Di. Stinking brat, you are actually a rank 4 devil cultivator, but this is useless. If an ordinary martial artist saw Qin Feng could shoot out fireballs, they would be scared half to death. However, after a short moment of surprise, Sima Haoran raised his crescent blade and slashed at Qin Feng. The crescent blade was getting closer and closer to Qin Feng. Qin Feng felt the surrounding temperature was rapidly freezing. The blade flower in his eyes quickly turned into ice flowers and covered Qin Feng's body. Damn, this Sima clan member is also a devil cultivator? As a devil cultivator, he actually used the name of a righteous martial cultivator to establish a clan here. He is simply shameless. While Qin Feng was shocked, he had already activated the sacred azure battle armor's hyper-intuition. Sima Haoran was actually a rank 6 devil cultivator. This was beyond Qin Feng's expectation. Sima Haoran was even more ferocious than the rank 4 devil cultivator that Qin Feng killed in the capital's Ghost Mountain. Qin Feng didn't dare to be careless. Swish! After activating hyper-intuition, Qin Feng's sensitivity increased by 10 times in half an hour. He leaped lightly and instantly appeared more than 10 meters away. The place where he was previously standing was immediately covered with a layer of ice wall. What? How can this be? Why is your speed so fast all of a sudden? Sima Haoran's expression changed greatly. He had used all of his strength in that slash just now. He even released the ice attribute of a devil cultivator that he had been hiding for a long time. He thought he could freeze Qin Feng and capture him alive. He didn't expect Qin Feng to dodge it so easily. Humph. You hid your strength, but you don't allow others to hide their strength? Qin Feng's expression was cold. He almost died just now. Qin Feng didn't dare to be careless anymore. He lightly tapped his feet and instantly turned into an afterimage. He held the spear of rat halos in his hand and stabbed towards Sima Haoran's heart. Clang! Clang! The spear fell and directly pierced through Sima Haoran's heart. Sima Haoran was in a daze just now. When he regained his senses, Qin Feng had already appeared in front of him. Sima Haoran tried his best to protect his body with demonic energy, but he didn't expect Qin Feng's spear to bring along a ball of flame. The ball of flame directly broke Sima Haoran's ice devil energy, and Qin Feng easily pierced through his heart. How is this possible? Puchi! Qin Feng pulled out the spear of rat halos. Blood and flesh splattered all over the ground. Sima Haoran's eyes were wide open in anger as he fell to the ground. Sima Haoran died, but there were still flames burning on Sima Di's body. What surprised Qin Feng was that not only did the flames not extinguish, they burned even more fiercely. At this moment, Sima Di was burnt to a crisp, and he didn't even have the consciousness to struggle. Actually, the Sima family was a demonic cultivator family hidden in the secular world. They normally hid their demonic cultivation abilities and used the name of a righteous sect to establish a foothold in the secular world. Sima Haoran's demonic cultivation attribute was ice, which was similar to Huayan's. Sima Di's demonic cultivation attribute was wind. Once his demonic energy turned into wind, it could instantly increase Sima Di's speed. This was also the reason why Sima Di's final attack had suddenly increased his speed. After Sima Di was burned by the flames, he couldn't help but release his demonic energy and turn it into wind. A gale blew in all directions, but not only did it not extinguish the flames, it instead made them burn even more fiercely. This was why Sima Di was burned alive. Chapter 500. With the deaths of Sima Haoran and Sima Di, the Sima family clearly had no one left who could resist Qin Feng. The disciples of the Sima family were lying in a pool of blood. They looked at Qin Feng in terror, as if they were looking at a demon that had crawled out of hell. Qin Feng would never show mercy to his enemies. If you let them go today, your enemies will come and kill your family and women in the future. Qin Feng waved his hand, and white light flickered in the air. All the disciples of the Sima family were hit by the wind blades and died instantly. Qin Feng heaved a sigh of relief when he saw the blood flowing like a river in the courtyard. He put away the spear of rat halos and the winter iron gloves and walked to Sima Haoran's corpse. Qin Feng was interested in the orange-grayed crescent blade that Sima Haoran used. He still remembered when he went to the Martial Artist Alliance's base in the provincial capital with Lu Jie. At that time, Lu Jie was interested in a crescent blade that wasn't even a white-grayed crescent blade. Qin Feng wondered if Lu Jie would faint from joy if he gifted the orange-grayed crescent moon blade to him. Die, Qin Feng, you little brat! As soon as Qin Feng bent down, he felt a chill behind him. Then, the shadow of a staff came at him. Qin Feng didn't have the chance to dodge and was sent flying. Pfft! Qin Feng spat out a mouthful of blood in midair. The staff had a force of 800 pounds. If Qin Feng didn't have the sacred azure battle armor, he would have been killed by the staff. Huh! You're not dead? How is that possible? Sima Gaofeng was waiting to collect Qin Feng's corpse after the staff hit him. However, he discovered that Qin Feng was still alive and well, even though he was severely injured and couldn't move. The staff hit was from the elder of the Sima family, Sima Gaofeng. He was a stage 7 demon cultivator, and the most powerful member of the Sima family in Acropolis City. However, Sima Gaofeng always hid his strength. Even his third son didn't know about it. Otherwise, Sima Jun wouldn't dare to talk back to the elder. Master, you've suffered serious internal injuries. I suggest you buy a bottle of inner yuan pills to heal your body. Little Pig's anxious voice sounded. Even the lazy little pig was anxious. It seemed that Qin Feng's injuries were really serious. Can I take the blood chi pill? Qin Feng asked inwardly. Inner vitality pills were sold for 2,000 hedonist points each, and Qin Feng had 8 blood chi pills on him. If he could, he would definitely want to eat blood chi pills. That's fine too. If these 2 pills are used to treat illnesses, there's no difference in their effects. After getting Little Pig's confirmation, Qin Feng immediately took out a blood chi pill and swallowed it. This pill was extremely expensive and precious. It was a miraculous pill used by low-level martial artists to break through, but Qin Feng ate it as a healing pill. If the martial artists of China saw this, they would definitely be enraged to death. The blood chi pill melted in Qin Feng's mouth, and the rich aroma of the pill lingered in his mouth. Wisps of cool spiritual energy flowed into his body and healed his damaged organs and meridians. Whoosh! With a light leap, Sima Gaofeng arrived in front of Qin Feng in a few breaths' time. His pair of old eyes shone brightly in the dark night. He looked Qin Feng's body up and down as if he was going to dissect Qin Feng. After a while, Sima Gaofeng finally sensed something strange. There was a very subtle spiritual energy flowing in Qin Feng's body. If he didn't pay attention, he wouldn't be able to detect it. Ha ha! Looks like you really are Qin Feng, and the rumors from 3 months ago were true. You brat, you have treasures all over your body. Just now, you took out 3 orange-grade spiritual weapons, and now you're wearing an even higher-grade spiritual equipment. Since you didn't die even after being hit by my fire rod. If I'm not wrong, the spiritual armor you're wearing is definitely a blue grade or even higher grade. Sima Gaofeng's face was full of pride. He looked at Qin Feng as if he was looking at a little sheep that fell into a pack of wolves. Qin Feng had countless treasures on him, and Sima Gaofeng realized that he had hit the jackpot this time. Qin Feng ignored Sima Gaofeng's rambling. He healed his wounds and thought of a way to deal with Sima Gaofeng. Sima Gaofeng was a stage 7 demon cultivator, and his strength was equivalent to a stage 8 inner chi cultivator. Qin Feng's current strength was obviously not his match. Moreover, Qin Feng felt the attribute of the old man's demonic chi after being hit by Sima Gaofeng's rod. He was obviously a fire elemental demon cultivator. Qin Feng's back was on fire after being hit by Sima Gaofeng's rod. If it wasn't for the sacred azure battle armor he was wearing, which was made of 100-year cold ice, he would have been burned to death. Little Pig, which one is more powerful, the flame bomb released by the spear of rat halos or the fire transformed from the old man's demonic chi? Qin Feng asked in his mind. Both are ordinary flames of the natural world. There's no difference, Little Pig said. Qin Feng frowned. He wanted to burn Sima Gaofeng to death with the flame bomb, but it seemed like that wouldn't work. At this time, Little Pig added, "But the fire released from my body is a fire seed purified by spiritual energy. It's much more powerful than ordinary fire seeds in the natural world. It can burn Sima Gaofeng to death in one hit." "Oh right, you haven't shot out a fireball this month. Don't trick me later." Qin Feng suddenly saw hope, but he was quickly disappointed. Little Pig was still in a cute state. It depended on luck if it could shoot fireballs. It couldn't shoot whenever it wanted. "Stinking brat, I've said so much to you. You should at least reply to me." Sima Gaofeng suddenly roared, bringing Qin Feng back to his senses. Qin Feng couldn't care less. He quietly released Little Pig from the system. Little Pig hid in a dark corner and waited to shoot fire at any time. Qin Feng's injuries were almost healed. He slowly stood up. "What? I was recuperating just now and didn't hear what you said. Why don't you repeat everything to me?" Qin Feng looked at Sima Gaofeng with a smile. Sima Gaofeng was so angry that he blew his beard and glared. "Wah! You shameless brat, you dare to play with me? I told you to heal, but I'm going to cripple you with this rod. Let's see how you're going to heal then." Sima Gaofeng suddenly exploded with demonic energy. In an instant, the power of a level 7 demonic cultivator was completely revealed. The pressure made Qin Feng's chest uncomfortable. Rumble! The fiery red raging fire rod spun in Sima Gaofeng's hands like a golden wheel. When the rod fell, a fireball shot out and hit Qin Feng's body. Bang! A huge shockwave sent Qin Feng flying. However, the fireball didn't burn Qin Feng. It was as if Qin Feng's body absorbed it, and it disappeared. "Oh! What the hell is going on? Is your spirit equipment and battle armor of the ice attribute? Did it block my fireball?" Sima Gaofeng was so angry that he stomped his feet. However, he quickly understood and said, "Ha ha! Looks like that's the case. This is a good treasure. I'm going to get it." Sima Gaofeng was like a madman as he laughed crazily without stopping. The raging fire rod in his hand didn't stop either. It continuously spun in the air and shot out balls of fire. Sima Gaofeng held the raging fire rod like he was playing golf. He shot out balls of fire that floated in the air at lightning speed towards Qin Feng. Bang 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 bang. Qin Feng was hit by the fireballs one after another. Although the flames couldn't burn his body, the impact of the fireballs couldn't be underestimated. After a while, Qin Feng suffered internal injuries. "Damn, luckily I brought a lot of blood-chi pills. Otherwise, I'd die here today." Qin Feng angrily ate another blood-chi pill to recover his body. At the same time, he looked at the shadow behind Sima Gaofeng. The little pig was hiding there and sneezed. It had sneezed a dozen times, but it didn't spit out a fireball. Bang 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 bang. Qin Feng was like a human target. He was constantly attacked by Sima Gaofeng's fireballs. Sima Gaofeng was excited. When he saw Qin Feng's battered appearance, he laughed and said, "Ha ha! Qin Feng, weren't you very arrogant just now? Why are you so listless now? You've become my fireball target." Hearing that Sima Gaofeng dared to say that he was his target, Qin Feng was unhappy. He didn't care about the impact of the fireballs. He raised his raging fire spear and rushed towards Sima Gaofeng. Clang clang! The spear of rat halos continuously danced, knocking the fireballs to the side. Just as it was about to reach Sima Gaofeng, Qin Feng was about to stab the spear into his heart when Little Pig suddenly spat out a gigantic fireball. Qin Feng was so frightened that he immediately threw away the spear of rat halos, jumped in front of Sima Gaofeng, and hugged him tightly. "Why yeah! You pervert, let go of me. I'm not interested in men." Sima Gaofeng was so angry that his eyes rolled back when Qin Feng hugged him tightly. Qin Feng wasn't interested in the old man, but now that he was hugging Sima Gaofeng and Sima Gaofeng's restless movements, Qin Feng realized that he had a shameless reaction. This change in his body gave Qin Feng a fright, but he also felt that he couldn't resist it. If it wasn't for the fact that Little Pig's fireball was getting closer and closer, Qin Feng would have hit Sima Gaofeng a few times. But now, Qin Feng slapped Sima Gaofeng's back, and in the next second, Sima Gaofeng was submerged in the intense fireball. Ha! Stupid boy, you want to use the same trick you used on Sima D against me? Can't you see that I'm a fire-type demon cultivator? I'm not afraid of this fire. Ah! What kind of fire is this? How can it burn my skin? Ah, it hurts. Water, save me! Chapter 501. The fireball burned hotter and hotter. Even Qin Feng, who was wearing the sacred azure battle armor, didn't dare to get close to the fireball. Sima Gaofeng's screams resounded through the sky. He even ran into the large water tank to extinguish the fire. However, the fire didn't show any signs of being extinguished even after the water was poured on him. It continued to burn brightly. Humph! What an idiot! My fire is a yellow rank spirit beast fire. How can it be extinguished by ordinary water? Little Pig snorted when he saw Sima Gaofeng's actions. Qin Feng didn't know much about the difference between fire types. As for beast fire, Qin Feng had never heard of it. Originally, Qin Feng wanted to ask Little Pig about it, but the situation was urgent, and he didn't have the time. Roar! 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 Sima Gaofeng was worthy of being a level 7 demon cultivator. His vitality was really vigorous. He wailed like a ghost and howled like a wolf in the yellow rank spirit beast fire. It took more than 10 minutes to burn him to death. Sima Gaofeng fell to the ground and was burned to a crisp like Sima D. For safety's sake, Qin Feng cut off both Sima D and Sima Gaofeng's heads with a wind blade. During the process of Sima Gaofeng being burned to death, Qin Feng didn't stay idle. He sat in an open space far away and healed his wounds. When Sima Gaofeng was burned to death, Qin Feng's body had completely absorbed the blood chi pill's spirit chi. His body had already recovered, and after this battle, Qin Feng felt that he was about to break through again. 10 minutes later, Qin Feng slowly opened his eyes. He wanted to break through to level 5 inner chi in one go, but he felt that something was missing and didn't succeed. Qin Feng stood up and put Little Pig and the spiritual weapons he took out into the system. Then, he put away Sima Haoran's Overlord Chop and Sima Gaofeng's Fire Rod. After hesitating for a while, Qin Feng put Sima Di's Silver Serpent Flexible Sword on his body. Although Qin Feng didn't plan to use the Sissy Flexible Sword, the Silver Serpent Flexible Sword was a white rank spiritual weapon. It was better to sell it than throw it away. After packing his spoils of war, Qin Feng suddenly felt a ball of fire rise in his abdomen. His gaze uncontrollably fell on the group of men on the ground. He suddenly had the urge to strip them naked and go all out. Qin Feng's body trembled with fear when he thought of this. He hastily threw a few fireballs at the Sima family members and burned them to ashes. He didn't want to pounce on them and rape their corpses. How scary would that be? The Sima family of the Acropolis city had been completely destroyed by Qin Feng. However, Qin Feng wasn't very happy about this. He felt the desire in his body become stronger and stronger. Images of women continuously appeared in Qin Feng's mind: Zhao Lingxian, Bai Qing, Liu Qin. This kind of intense emotion only increased as time passed. When Qin Feng walked out of the Sima family's old residence, he felt that if he didn't vent, he would collapse. Fuck! I want to fuck someone, woman! Qin Feng suddenly let out a low roar, leaped, and disappeared into the night. The Fang family's courtyard in Acropolis City was in chaos. Yunzhe used the appearance-changing technique to look like Qin Feng. He held the true steel sword and stood with his hands behind his back. Beside him stood a cold man in a white robe with long hair flowing in the wind. The man held a black scabbard sword made of strange material in his hand and lowered his head in silence. The two of them stood in the center of the Fang family's courtyard. They were surrounded by the people of the Fang family and the Zhang family. At their feet, there were many warriors lying scattered on the ground. It was a chaotic and bloody scene. It was obvious that both sides had fought a great battle. Qin Feng, you really have the guts of a leopard. You actually dared to barge into our Fong family's residence to cause trouble in the middle of the night. Since you're here, don't even think about leaving today. The Fong family's elder glared angrily at Qin Feng. Last night, he had just received the grievous news that his eldest grandson Fang Xing had been killed. He had mobilized the entire Fong family's forces to hunt down and kill Qin Feng. He didn't think that Qin Feng would dare to deliver himself to his doorstep tonight. Qin Feng acted as if he did not hear old Master Fang's words, and was standing on the spot recovering his inner qi. In the battle just now, only Yunzhe had attacked, and Shimin Chuexue had not moved at all. This was because the mastermind would appear in a while, and Shimin Chuexue needed to conserve his strength to deal with those two people. How much longer can you hold on? Shimin Chuexue could tell that Yunzhe was not a match for so many people, so he raised his eyebrows and asked. I'm fine. Don't be rash. Let's follow Big Brother Qin's plan. We can't ruin his business. Yunzhe had just broken through to the 4th level, so his strength had yet to completely consolidate. In the Fong family's old mansion, there was also an expert at the 4th level. If Qin Feng had not given the true steel sword to Yunzhe to protect himself, he might have really been defeated. All right, delay for a while. I feel that a group of people are rushing over, Shimin Chuexue said expressionlessly. Yunzhe nodded. He suddenly took a deep breath and once again brandished his sword and stabbed towards the crowd. The expert at the 4th level of the Fong family was Fang Xing's father, Fang Zhao. Yunzhe intentionally avoided Fang Zhao and started with the rookie martial artists at the 1st and 2nd level of the inner realm. Against these martial artists, Yunzhe basically killed one with a single strike. Bang bang bang. Sizzle sizzle sizzle. The sounds of fighting rose and fell in the Fong family's courtyard. The Fong family members were doing their best to fight against Yunzhe, and the Ma family members were also helping from the side. However, Yunzhe could already tell that the people from the Ma family who had rushed over were not really fighting against him. They seemed to be fighting with all their might, but they only had moves and no strength. There were a few times when Yunzhe was hit by the experts of the Zhang family, but his body did not have the slightest reaction. Since the Zhang family did not attack ruthlessly, Yunzhe would not attack the Zhang family. Although both sides did not say it out loud, it was as if they had secretly reached an agreement. People kept falling under Yunzhe's sword, and Yunzhe's face became paler and paler. The long period of inner qi consumption made him feel as if he had reached his limit. Qin Feng, I want to see how long you can hold on for. If I don't take your dog head today, I swear I'm not a human. Fang Zhao had been staring at Yunzhe the entire time, and he had also noticed Yunzhe's situation. Just as Yunzhe landed on the ground and gasped for breath, Fang Zhao suddenly slapped him with his palm. Yunzhe did not have the strength to dodge and was sent flying. Puff! Yunzhe's body was like a kite with its string cut as it fluttered in the air. Fresh blood spurted out like a fountain. Fang Zhao's palm did not hold back at all, and a full 250 kilograms of strength smashed onto Yunzhe's chest. Furthermore, Yunzhe did not have any qi to protect his body, so it directly shattered Yunzhe's internal organs. Yunzhe's eyes drooped down powerlessly. He felt that his life force was quickly dissipating, and this was a sign that he was about to die. Yunzhe never thought that he would die just like that. He still had a lot of things that he had yet to accomplish. He wanted to take down the position of the young patriarch of the Yun family in the capital, and he wanted to help his sister find true happiness. How are you? Suddenly, Yunzhe felt himself fall into someone else's embrace. When he opened his eyes, he saw Shimin Chuexue's cold and emotionless expression. Brother cough cough. We fought a life and death battle, but I still don't know your name. My name is Yunzhe cough cough. I have to leave first. Help me tell Big Brother Qin. I don't regret it at all. It's just that I didn't manage to help him much before I died. I'm really useless. Yunzhe opened his mouth weakly, as if he was saying his last words before he died. His voice was as weak as a mosquito, and most people would have to stick their ears to his mouth in order to hear him. However, Shimin Chuishua did not do so, because he was an expert at the great perfection of the 9th level of inner chi, and his hearing was sharp. Shimin Chuishua did not just sit back and watch, he supported Yunzei's weight with one hand and pressed his other hand near Yunzei's chest. Streams of pure innate chi entered Yunzei's body, and was quickly repairing Yunzei's shattered internal organs. Ha ha! Qin Feng was hit by my mountain-shattering palm, and now his internal organs are shattered. He's dead for sure. Everyone, let's attack together and kill that stinking brat who's been acting cool the moment he arrived. Fang Zhao sent Yunzei flying with his palm. He was in a good mood and looked as if he was certain that Qin Feng would die. The Fang family members all heaved a sigh of relief, their faces filled with excitement. Actually, the one everyone was most afraid of was Qin Feng, because Qin Feng was rumored to be an expert at the 4th level, and he had quite a few spirit weapons on him. Now that Qin Feng was dead, there was nothing for the Fang family to be afraid of. As for Shimin Chuishua, no one present paid any attention to him. This guy stood there motionlessly the moment he arrived, holding onto a broken short sword and posing non-stop. Those who did not know would have thought that he was here to shoot an advertisement. Idiot, let's see if I don't slap you to death. Everyone, let me take care of this pretentious criminal. I like to take care of people like him the most. The people of the Fang family fearlessly pounced towards Shimin Chuishua. In their eyes, Shimin Chuishua was like a little lamb that had been lured into a pack of wolves. Shimin Chuishua's expression was still cold as he continued to heal Yunzei, as if he did not see the enemies pouncing at him from all directions. Buzz buzz! When the crowd was less than 2 meters away from Shimin Chuishua raised his right hand lightly, and the black scabbard sword in his hand let out an ethereal sword hum. Suddenly, a sharp sword chi surged in the surroundings, and the expressions of the people at the front changed drastically. An unprecedented aura of death descended from above their heads, but they did not have time to react. One by one, their figures began to split open from the top of their heads and exploded into 2 halves, sending blood and flesh flying everywhere. Bang! Bang bang! The sound of explosions rose and fell. This scene happened too suddenly. Even the people at the back saw the bodies of their companions suddenly explode, but they still instinctively ran forward. They rushed into the area of Shimin Chuishua's sword formation, but they were also blown to pieces. Hiss! This scene caused the Fang family's old man and the immediate family members to be dumbfounded. Even the most powerful person in the Fang family, Fang Zhao, almost had his eyeballs popping out of his sockets. Everyone thought that Shimin Chuishua was a weakling who came to act cool, but in the end, he easily made his move and executed such a powerful move. This kind of cruel and violent group attack sword technique was something that no one present had ever heard of, let alone seen with their own eyes. Chapter 502. Stop! Everyone stop right now! Fang Zhao finally regained his senses and hurriedly stopped everyone in fright. Actually, there was no need for Fang Zhao to speak. The people who were charging towards Shimin Chuishua had already woken up. Seeing that their companions in front of them had been blasted into pieces by the sword chi, no matter how stupid they were, they did not dare to charge forward. Everyone stopped and retreated more than 10 meters away, looking at Shimin Chuishua fearfully. Shimin Chuishua retracted the black-sheathed sword in his hand. His expression was cold and indifferent as he continued to treat Yunzei's injuries. It was as if the corpses and flesh scattered around him did not exist, as if he was not the one who had killed them. Pfft! Yunzei opened his mouth wide and spat out a mouthful of rotten flesh and organs. He slowly opened his eyes. I'm not dead? No, but you need to rest for a few days before your injuries can heal. Shimin Chuishua said in a lukewarm tone. He had already stopped treating Yunzei's injuries. Shimin Chuishua was now half a step into cultivation, and the aura in his body was no longer inner chi, but an even purer and rarer true chi. True chi could be transformed into various energy elements, such as true chi transforming into fireballs, ice, Therefore, Shimin Chuishua's true Qi could repair Yunzei's damaged internal organs and meridians, allowing him to come back to life. I'm actually not dead! Ah? What is this thing on the ground? What kind of strength do you have? Yunzei felt that his internal organs had been shattered. He had thought that he would definitely die this time, but he did not expect that he would not die. When he saw the flesh and blood on the ground, he was shocked. Why was this scene as cruel as the 18th level of hell? At this moment, Yunzei finally understood. Even he had thought that Shimin Chuishua was here to watch the show, and did not have much strength. But now, it seemed that this thought was completely wrong. You're not dead. The corpses on the ground are all from the enemies. My strength is average, and I've just reached half-step cultivation. Although Shimin Chuishua's tone was cold, he seriously answered every one of Yunzei's questions. Yunzei felt as if he had been struck by lightning, and was stunned on the spot. A half-step cultivation expert? This was the first time Yunzei had seen a living person. Young hero, may I ask who you are? Why are you helping Qin Fin destroy the Fang family? In the face of Shimin Chuishua's valiance, the old man of the Fang family could no longer remain calm. He immediately put down the false airs of a family head and looked at Shimin Chuishua respectfully. He was deeply afraid that if he said something wrong, Shimin Chuishua would exterminate his family. Qin Feng is my master. I'll do whatever he tells me to do, Shimin Chuishua said coldly. Ha! Qin Feng is your big brother? Did I hear that right? Young hero, have you been deceived by Qin Fin, this cunning and treacherous villain? With your strength and realm, you can completely dominate a region. How can you be Qin Fin's little brother? Elder Fang was shocked. If this Shimin Chuishua really was Qin Feng's little brother, then he could already see the Fang family being destroyed. Buzz! The sound of a sword rang out in the air. Elder Fang, who was still in shock, suddenly split open from the center of his brows. The crack grew larger and larger, and in the end, his entire body exploded. Flesh and blood flew everywhere, and a bloody mist filled the air. The courtyard was filled with the strong smell of blood, and many of the clan members could not help but vomit. Seeing this scene, the corner of Yunzei's mouth twitched, and he almost staggered and fell to the ground. Previously, he was unconscious and did not see Shimin Chuishua attack. Now that he saw it, Yunzei felt that it was terrifying. Was this the strength of a half-step cultivation expert? Love is... Oh no, killing is in an instant. Shimin Chuishua sheathed the black sheath sword. His expression was still cold and emotionless. To him, killing a person was as easy as killing an ant. Qin Feng is my master. Whoever dares to insult him will be killed. Shimin Chuishua's cold voice echoed in the courtyard. The Fang family members were so scared that they did not dare to make a sound. They originally thought that the battle tonight was about to end. Qin Feng was killed, and Shimin Chuishua was just a bystander. In the end, this bystander's strength was unstoppable. Phew! Damn it, I was scared to death. I can't take it anymore. No wonder this person is Ancestor Qin's little brother. His methods are as cruel as Ancestor Qin's. Luckily, I was smart enough to let the entire family side with Ancestor Qin. Otherwise, I would have been cut into pieces by now. This is real meat paste. Zhang Hui hid in the corner of the house. He felt a lingering fear, but at the same time, he was glad that he had bet on the right person this time. Shimin Chuishua was the sword god of his generation. Either he did not attack, or once he did, any enemy who had seen his black sheath sword would definitely be killed. Shimin Chuishua waved his hand, and the black sheath sword drew streaks of white light in the air. These sword images seemed to have eyes, and they cut all the surrounding Fang family disciples into 8 pieces. The bloody scene caused Yunzei and Zhang Hui to vomit uncontrollably. Swoosh! Shimin Chuishua, who was dancing with his sword in the courtyard, suddenly stopped. He raised his eyebrows slightly, turned around, and thrust his sword forward. In the air, 2 black shadows appeared, and the 2 of them quickly separated. Shimin Chuishua's sword pierced through the air, emitting a sharp sword cry. So it's the two of you. How dare you hurt my master last time? Today die. A trace of anger flashed across Shiminchuishua's usually cold and calm expression. He recognized the two of them. They were the two black-cloaked men who fought in the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Uncle Yen, I'll leave the white-cloaked man to you. I'll deal with Qin Feng. The black-cloaked man's expression turned cold, and he pounced on Yun Zhe, who was lying on the ground. Uncle Yen nodded slightly, and his gaze fell on Shiminchuishue. During the battle in the Amethyst Dragon Palace, Uncle Yen had suffered a loss in the hands of Shiminchuishue. Even though he was a Stage 8 energy expert now, he didn't dare to underestimate Shiminchuishue. Last time, I was wholeheartedly protecting the young master, so I couldn't fight you wholeheartedly. This time, it's hard to say who will be the winner. As soon as Uncle Yan's voice fell, it was as if he had installed a blower in his sleeve. Suddenly, a sharp sound rang out, and streaks of orange sword rays shot out towards Shiminchuishue. Shiminchuishue didn't like to talk nonsense. At this moment, he had already leaped towards Uncle Yan with his black-sheathed sword. Facing Uncle Yan's sharp sword rays, Shiminchuishue didn't even need to draw his sword. Instead, he leaped around like a dragonfly skimming the surface of the water, and nimbly dodged the turbulent and chaotic sword rays. Uncle Yan's eyes lit up when he saw this scene. He realized that Shiminchuishue's strength had increased tremendously in just a few months. Not daring to be careless, Uncle Yan waved his hand, and a dazzling orange short sword appeared in his hand. With his eyes focused, he stood on the roof and swung his sword downwards. 9 sword, first sword form. Rumble. A massive sword she descended, bringing with it an aura that could shatter rocks. Shiminchuishue leaped into the air and nimbly dodged the sword. Humph! Insignificant skill! Uncle Yan's expression turned solemn. Shiminchuishue's strength had exceeded his expectations. Without holding back, he swung his sword twice. 9 sword, second sword form. 3 sword form. Uncle Yan was an orthodox Stage 8 energy cultivator, and he mainly cultivated sword techniques. Before he met Shiminchuishue, Uncle Yan was very proud of his sword techniques. The 9 sword that he cultivated could release 9 different sword rays, and the more powerful the sword rays were, the more powerful the sword rays would be. However, with Uncle Yan's current strength, he could only release the first 3 sword rays. With just these 3 sword rays, Uncle Yan had killed many masters at the same level as him. Now, Uncle Yan released 3 sword rays at the same time. It was his first time doing this. The 3 sword rays were like 3 cannonballs, especially the last sword ray, which contained a strong energy that could split mountains and split the earth. Buzz! Shiminchuishue swung the black scabbard sword in his hand. It was a simple slash, but it created a white light that looked like it was about to materialize. The sword energies of the two clashed in the air, creating a series of loud noises. Uncle Yan, who was standing on the roof, felt the tiles beneath his feet begin to tremble. Boom! After the loud sound, Shiminchuishue's figure disappeared for a short while. Uncle Yan's eyes were filled with shock. He discovered that his Shurkill technique, the 9-layer sword, had actually been easily resolved by Shiminchuishue. When Uncle Yan came back to his senses, he suddenly felt a chill behind him. A dense killing intent had already covered him. Poochie! When Uncle Yan realized that he was in danger, it was already too late. He could not dodge at all, and he could only quickly move to the side to avoid being stabbed in his vital parts. A white light flashed, and Uncle Yan suddenly felt his right arm become lighter. He looked down subconsciously, and realized that his arm had disappeared. Blood spurted out from the wound, and Uncle Yan even forgot about the pain. As a swordsman, losing his right arm meant that half of his strength was gone. Even if Uncle Yan could use his left hand to practice swordsmanship in the future, how long would it take for him to regain his current strength? Your sword technique sucks. Fighting with you is a disgrace to my identity as a sword god. Shiminchuishue suddenly landed behind Uncle Yan like a ghost. The strong death aura shrouded him again, and Uncle Yan's heart went numb. This was the first time in his life that he had felt so afraid, because he really felt that he was going to die. "Brother, I can't hold on any longer!" Just as Shimin Chuishue's short sword was about to fall, Yunzei's roar came from the ground. At this moment, the black-robed youth had already defeated Yunzei and was about to smash Yunzei's head with a palm. Buzz! The sword that was originally aimed at Uncle Yan's head suddenly changed direction and fell towards the black-robed youth on the ground. Uncle Yan's expression changed drastically. While Shimin Chuishue was not paying attention, he slapped his palm on Shimin Chuishue's chest. Puchi! Shimin Chuishue was sent flying by the palm, and his sword she also repelled the black-robed youth, saving Yunzei's life. "Uncle Yan, where's your arm?" The black-robed youth returned to Uncle Yan's side. Looking at Uncle Yan's empty right arm, his eyes almost popped out. "Young master, let's go, or we will all die here!" Uncle Yan did not waste any time. He grabbed the young master's shoulder with his left hand, and with the last breath of inner chi, he instantly disappeared into the night. "Brother, are you all right?" At this moment, Yunzei also came to Shimin Chuishue's side. Shimin Chuishue's face was pale, and he was vomiting blood. "Huh! That's not right. Brother, why did you suddenly drop to stage 6 inner chi? You were in the realm of great perfection of inner chi." Feeling the aura on Shimin Chuishue's body, Yunzei was shocked. In fact, when Shimin Chuishue came to Earth, the magnetic field on Earth would be disturbed by the magnetic field on Earth. When he fought, he had to resist the disturbance of Earth's magnetic field while fighting. Otherwise, with Shimin Chuishue's true strength, he would be able to kill an opponent like Uncle Yan with a single strike of his sword. Chapter 503. Cloud City Hua Manor Phase 2 was a high-class villa district previously developed by Royal Group. In a standalone luxurious villa, Han Ying wore a purple silk nightgown. She held a glass of red wine and sat in front of the floor-to-ceiling window, admiring the night view of Acropolis City. Han Ying's figure was curvaceous and the soft light shone on her delicate and three-dimensional facial features, making her appear even more charming and moving. The soft silk nightgown was elegant and elegant. The bottom of the skirt covered the base of Han Ying's thighs, undoubtedly revealing her slender, white, and beautiful legs. Such a great beauty with both beauty and money was a stunner that many young masters of Acropolis City and Jincheng City fought over. However, Han Ying had always kept her chastity. Aside from Qin Feng, she had never shown any frivolous actions towards any other man. When she thought of Qin Feng, Han Ying's willowy eyebrows slightly furrowed and waves of pain emerged from the bottom of her heart. Last night, they coincidentally met at the Royal Hotel, and Qin Feng's words and hurtful actions. Han Ying still hadn't calmed down. Over 3 months ago, Han Ying, Sima Tu, Qin Yi, and Li Shaojie formed an alliance. The four of them laid a trap, created a financial storm, and successfully bought all of Royal Group's shares. Han Ying had been planning this for a long time. From the first day she arrived in Acropolis City and appeared by Qin Feng's side, she had been carrying out this plan. However, after the plan succeeded, Han Ying didn't feel the joy and pride she imagined. Her heart suddenly felt empty, as if someone had dug out her heart. The Qin Manor had been destroyed, and Qin Feng had suddenly disappeared. Han Ying's heart was in her throat at all times. She had been on tenterhooks for the past 3 months. Especially in the dead of night, she would worry about Qin Feng. At the same time, she would think of how wild Qin Feng was on her bed the night he disappeared. Han Ying believed that Qin Feng didn't die, so she stayed in Acropolis City and helped Qin Feng manage Royal Group. Han Ying's business abilities were quite outstanding. She managed Royal Group's big and small businesses in an orderly manner and sped up Royal Group's development. Han Ying originally wanted to wait for Qin Feng to return and return the brand new Royal Group to him. Then, she would receive Qin Feng's forgiveness, and the two of them would live happily ever after. Bang! A loud noise came from downstairs, startling Han Ying out of her daze. Han Ying jumped in fright and hurriedly went downstairs to investigate. However, just as she reached the door, a black shadow suddenly appeared. The black shadow roughly lifted her over his shoulder, entered the room, and threw her on the large bed. Qin Feng? This time, Han Ying finally saw the person's face clearly. It was actually the Qin Feng she had been thinking about. However, there seemed to be something wrong with Qin Feng at this moment. His expression was sinister, his eyes were bloodshot, and his gaze was empty and lifeless. It was as if someone had extracted his soul. Voila! Qin Feng ate 2 blood-chi pills in a row, and the angel grass's medicinal properties were fully activated. Qin Feng was like a wild beast, tearing at Han Ying's silk nightgown. Qin Feng, what are you doing? Calm down first. I want to have a good chat with you. Let's talk about other things after we're done, okay? Han Ying was frightened by Qin Feng's current appearance. She wanted to push him away, but Qin Feng was extremely strong. He pressed her onto the bed with one hand and she couldn't move. Voila! Qin Feng's free hand did not stop tearing at Han Ying's nightgown. The nightgown was torn into shreds and could no longer cover Han Ying's body. The visual temptation drove Qin Feng crazy. No! Qin Feng, don't do this! Han Ying screamed and struggled with all her might. Slap! Qin Feng suddenly flipped Han Ying over and slapped Han Ying's perky butt. This slap was very strong. It was so painful that Han Ying's tears almost flowed out. 5 red fingerprints appeared on her buttocks. However, this slap also caused Han Ying's body to feel strange. Han Ying's body softened. It hurts. Qin Feng, stop! Qin Feng slapped Han Ying. His large hand had already grasped Han Ying's chest. Qin Feng had lost his rationality, and didn't know how to control his strength. While Han Ying was in pain, she also felt a sense of pleasure. She finally understood the phrase, pain and happiness. Puchi! Han Ying still hadn't recovered from the pain. Her delicate body suddenly trembled, and she suddenly felt her body become incomparably full. Then, the entire room was filled with rhythmic slapping sounds, and Han Ying's undulating moans. Qin Feng was already very valiant. Now that he was under the effects of the angel grass, he was even more valiant and invincible. Han Ying felt like her body was about to fall apart, but Qin Feng had no intention of stopping. An hour passed. 2 hours passed. In the blink of an eye, 5 hours had passed. Qin Feng controlled the initiative and changed positions. At first, Han Ying resisted, but she was too tired. She lay in Qin Feng's arms and hugged him tightly, letting him do whatever he wanted. After 8 hours, Qin Feng finally stopped with a low roar. Han Ying let out a long sigh of relief. She lay motionless on the large bed. She really didn't have an ounce of strength left in her body. Whoosh! After resting for a minute, Qin Feng slowly opened his eyes. His originally empty eyes regained their exquisite light. Qin Feng looked at the situation in front of him strangely. He looked at the naked Han Ying lying under him. He felt as if he had lost his memory. Why am I here? Qin Feng suddenly asked. The corner of Han Ying's mouth twitched. If she still had the strength, she would kick Qin Feng to death. Do you want to renege on your debt after pulling up your pants? Are all men like this? Han Ying was weak and her voice was very soft. However, it was very piercing to Qin Feng's ears. Qin Feng clearly misunderstood Han Ying's words. Moreover, Han Ying's words could easily lead people to think the wrong way. Qin Feng felt that Han Ying must have slept with many men. Otherwise, why would she say something like, "Do you men not acknowledge your debt after pulling up your pants?" She had never slept with another man, so how would she know what other men were like? You're disgusting! Qin Feng fiercely glared at Han Ying. He picked up his clothes and walked out of the room. Han Ying was suddenly dumbfounded. She only complained casually, but she didn't think it would enrage Qin Feng. A stream of tears flowed down Han Ying's charming face. She felt that Qin Feng was too much of a bastard. Did he really think of himself as a tool to vent his anger? Did he really think of himself as an indecent woman? He came whenever he wanted? Every time he came, he was so fierce. After he was done, he didn't even say a word of sweet nothings. Instead, he threw her a look and left. Han Ying was so angry that her chest shook. She had just handed over the royal group to Qin Feng yesterday, and she told Qin Feng through Qin Huang. Han Ying was a bit tired and wanted to return to Jingcheng City. However, she couldn't let go of Qin Feng. She constantly struggled with her thoughts. However, this matter made Han Ying very sad. She made up her mind to leave Acropolis City today and never return. Qin Feng was also very angry, very, very angry. When he woke up and saw Han Ying weakly lying under him, a warm and tender feeling welled up in his heart. Han Ying was still in Qin Feng's heart. He originally wanted to have a good chat with Han Ying, and maybe they could resolve some of the conflicts from before. However, he didn't expect that Han Ying would suddenly say something like that. Qin Feng instantly lost all interest. Forget it. I don't want a woman like her. Qin Feng muttered in his heart for a while. Suddenly, he remembered that he was in heat in the middle of the night. Now that Qin Feng was a stage 4 energy martial artist, his patience and willpower were incomparable to ordinary people. How could he lose his rationality because of that kind of thing? Qin Feng felt that there was something fishy about this matter. It felt as if he was drugged. However, no matter how Qin Feng thought about it, he couldn't figure it out because no one had drugged him. With a heart full of doubts, Qin Feng arrived at the Fei Tian bar. According to the agreement, Shimin Cui Shui and Yun Zhe were already waiting there. Lu Wenjing was also sitting on the side. The three of them didn't speak and were cultivating separately. Big brother Qin, you're back. Are you alright? We've been waiting for you here since last night. If you didn't come back, we would have been worried to death. Yun Zhe was the first to see Qin Feng and quickly came up to him. Qin Feng smiled at Yun Zhe, indicating that he was fine. Shimin Cui Shui greets Master. Shimin Cui Shui also came up to greet him. On the other hand, Lu Wenjing glared at Qin Feng snappily and didn't even speak to Qin Feng. Qin Feng felt that it was a little strange, but Yun Zhe and Shimin Cui Shui were still there, so Qin Feng suppressed his curiosity and talked to them first. How's the operation? Shimin Cui Shui stood at the side with his hands behind his back, his expression as cold as frost. Yun Zhe said, Big brother Qin, according to what you said, Big brother Cui Shui and I have already annihilated the Fang family. Although the Zhang family came to help, they didn't really make a move, and we didn't make a move on them either. After that, the two black-robed men came. Big brother Cui Shui cut off one of the arms of the stronger one, but in order to save me, he let the two of them escape. At this point, Yun Zhe's face was filled with guilt. He felt that not only did he not help Qin Feng, he had even dragged him down. Qin Feng patted Yun Zhe's shoulder and said gently, Xiao Zhe, you did well. Don't blame yourself. This time, I still have to thank you for being willing to help. Big brother Qin, it's my honor that you think so highly of me. Yun Zhe heaved a sigh of relief in his heart. He realized that he didn't follow the wrong person. Qin Feng really treated him like his own big brother. After understanding the general situation from Yun Zhe, Qin Feng looked at Shimin Cui Shui beside him. This glance almost scared Qin Feng to the point that he almost fell. Chapter 504. Qin Feng was very depressed, and Yun Zhe was even more depressed. When Yun Zhe first met Shimin Cui Shui, he was a peak expert with perfected inner qi. In the end, when the two of them left the Fang family's old mansion, Yun Zhe discovered that Shimin Cui Shui's strength had directly dropped to stage 6 inner qi, and when he returned to Fei Tian Bar, he had even dropped to stage 3 inner qi. When he woke up one night later, Yun Zhe was so scared that he almost peed his pants. Why was big brother Shimin Cui Shui only left with the strength of stage 1 inner qi? Could it be that there was a leak in this person's body that caused all the true qi in his body to leak out? Master, Cui Shui requests to go back for a closed-door training. I will come out to help you after I recover my strength. Shimin Chui Shui said coldly. He was not anxious because his strength had declined. Shimin Chui Shui was not a person of this era. The true qi in his body was very pure. It was almost impossible to find it on Earth. Therefore, every time Shimin Chui Shui fought, his body's magnetic field would be disturbed by Earth's magnetic field. After a battle, he would have to go back to the system to rest. I'll walk you out. Qin Feng pretended to walk Shimin Chui Shui out of the office. Lu Wenjing and Yunzhe were still here. If Qin Feng suddenly took Shimin Chui Shui away, the two of them would be scared to death. Master, this is the sword I took from the black-robed old man. This is an orange high-grade spiritual sword. It should be useful to Master. Shimin Chui Shui cut off Uncle Yan's arm and took Uncle Yan's sword. Qin Fen held the short sword that flashed with orange light and waved it in his hand. The air around him immediately emitted a sharp sword hum. Qin Fen's eyes lit up. This treasured sword was even more powerful than the true steel sword that he used. Chui Shui, you did very well this time. Hurry up and go back to recuperate. Qin Feng patted Shimin Chui Shui's shoulder. With a thought, Shimin Chui Shui disappeared into thin air. Not long after, Qin Feng returned to the bar's office. Yunzhe welcomed him. Big brother Qin, has big brother Chui Shui left? He went back to rest, Qin Feng said simply. A hint of disappointment flashed across Yunzhe's face. He hesitated for a moment before asking, Brother Qin, can you tell me Brother Chui Shui's address or contact information? If I have the time, I would like to consult him on the path of martial cultivation. Shimin Chui Shui was an expert who had perfected his inner qi, so Yunzhe naturally wanted to learn from him. If he could become a disciple of Shimin Chui Shui, Yunzhe would be overjoyed. Xiao Zhe, I'm afraid that won't work. Brother Chui Shui's identity is quite special. He's usually in seclusion and rarely comes out. Qin Feng casually made up an excuse. Yunzhe had a look of sudden realization. Looks like Big Brother Chui Shui is really a member of the hidden sect. It's better if I don't disturb such an expert. Qin Feng didn't understand what Yunzhe was talking about, but seeing that Yunzhe didn't pursue the matter, Qin Feng heaved a sigh of relief. Oh right, Xiao Zhe, the first time I saw you at the Royal Clubhouse, you seemed to have used a wooden stick to help me? Big Brother Qin, I am indeed practicing rod techniques. Yunzhe said truthfully. Qin Feng flipped his hand, and a long, fiery red rod appeared in his hand. This rod felt hot to the touch, and it was made of an unknown material. Its shape was quite domineering, and the two ends of the round rod were engraved with spiral patterns. This round rod weighed at least 50 kilograms. Here you go. Qin Feng casually threw the long rod to Yunzhe. This long rod was obtained from Sima Gaofeng, and it seemed to be called the fiery rod. This is the fiery rod. Yunzhe foolishly caught the fiery rod. It was obvious that he had underestimated the weight of the long rod. Yunzhe's body sank for a distance before he suddenly steadied himself. Holding the fiery rod, Yunzhe's expression changed drastically. His eyeballs were about to pop out as he stared at the round rod in his hand with an incredulous expression. This is an orange-grade spirit weapon? Big Brother Qin, you're not joking with me, are you? You want to give me this fiery rod? Magic tools weren't common, but some big families could still get their hands on some. However, spirit weapons were really rare, even rarer than diamonds. A white-grade spirit weapon would cause martial artists to break their heads and bleed, let alone an orange-grade spirit weapon. This was also the reason why the martial artists had gone crazy when they found out that Qin Feng had an orange-grade spirit weapon on him. I'm not joking. Take it and use it. I don't play with wooden sticks anyway, and I've never practiced stick techniques. This thing is like scrap metal, Qin Feng said indifferently. Yunzhe was about to die of depression. He couldn't figure out Qin Feng's background. This big brother casually found a lackey with great perfection of inner qi and even gave him an orange-grade spirit weapon as scrap metal. That's right, the blood qi pill from before was also given as chewing gum. For a moment, Yunzhe couldn't take it anymore. Big Brother Qin, then. I won't stand on ceremony with you. This fiery rod is too important to me. If I have this orange-grade spirit weapon, I can guarantee that I won't lose even if I were to face an expert of the 5th stage. Yunzhe accepted the fiery rod in pleasant surprise. His eyes darted around as he suddenly added excitedly, Big Brother Qin, I have something to tell you, go ahead. I wonder if Big Brother Qin has a girlfriend? If not, I have an elder sister in my family who hasn't married yet. My elder sister is beautiful and has a good figure. She's definitely the kind of good woman that's going to be extinct. Do you have a photo of your sister? Show it to me. Qin Feng suddenly became excited. Yunzhe was shocked, but he still quickly took out his phone and prepared to look for his sister's photo. Yunzhe felt that Big Brother Qin Feng was an upright person with extraordinary skills. Most importantly, his background was unfathomable. Yunzhe thought that if he introduced his sister to Qin Feng, then a lot of trouble would be solved. Cough, cough! Just as Yunzhe's phone flipped to a photo with his sister, Lu Wenjing coughed a few times with a cold face. Big Brother Qin, look! Yunzhe took out his phone to show Qin Feng. Qin Feng hurriedly waved his hand and said seriously, Sigh! I was just joking with you. Hurry up and put the photo away. After Qin Feng finished speaking, he immediately looked at Lu Wenjing with a smile. He was so excited just now that he almost forgot that Lu Wenjing was still here. Yunzhe was a little confused. The person who was impatient just now was Qin Feng, and now the person who was declining was him. What was going on? Big Brother Qin, my sister is really beautiful. Why don't you take a look at the photo first before making a decision? Yunzhe continued to try his best to recommend. Qin Feng's heart itched. He slanted his eyes and wanted to peek at Yunzhe's phone. Before he could clearly see the appearance of the beauty on the screen, Lu Wenjing stood up angrily. Hey, are you done yet? You're still trying to act innocent after getting a bargain. Hurry up and leave! Just as Yunzhe was getting to the main point, Lu Wenjing suddenly pushed him unhappily. Yunzhe was caught off guard and almost fell to the ground. This beauty! What are you doing? What? If you don't leave, do you believe that I won't find someone to deal with you? Lu Wenjing was so angry that she wanted to die. She was already dissatisfied with Qin Feng, but now that she saw Yunzhe openly introduce a girl to Qin Feng, and Qin Feng even looked like he was enjoying it, how could Lu Wenjing not be angry? Big Brother Qin, this? Yunzhe was dumbfounded. He had actually been sitting in the office with Lu Wenjing for a while, but they hadn't spoken to each other, so Yunzhe didn't know who this woman was. Hee, it's fine. This is my girlfriend. She's probably unhappy. You can go back first, we'll talk on the phone. Qin Feng smiled and patted Yunzhe's arm. Yunzhe was shocked and looked at Lu Wenjing awkwardly. Sister-in-law, I'm sorry. I still have something to do, so I'll be leaving first. Big Brother Qin, I'll return your true steel sword to you. Yunzhe threw down the true steel sword, picked up the fiery rod, and ran away like a wisp of smoke. Lu Wenjing angrily sat back on the sofa and didn't say anything. Just as Qin Feng was about to go up and ask what was going on, a series of system notifications suddenly sounded in his mind. Ding! Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for completing the quest to collect 6 pieces of orange equipment. The system rewards host Qin Feng 5,000 hedonist points. Ding! Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for completing the first side quest of the SSS rank chain mission Martial Artist Alliance. You have successfully accepted and completed the level 5 mission issued by the Martial Artist Alliance. The system rewards host Qin Feng 10,000 hedonist points, and will randomly open a hidden interface of the system. Ding! Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for completing the first side quest of the chain mission Yun Province Disturbance. You have successfully destroyed the Sima family. The system rewards host Qin Feng 20,000 hedonist points and a random blue-grade spirit equipment drawing voucher. Notice, host Qin Feng currently has 47,200 hedonist points. Ding! The Hedonist Sovereign System has issued the second side quest of the SSS Rank Chain Mission Martial Artist Alliance. Host Qin Feng has become a member of the Martial Artist Alliance's Law Enforcement Hall. Time limit 3 months. Host Qin Feng will be rewarded 10,000 Hedonist points and a Martial Artist Alliance token if the mission is completed successfully. If the mission is failed, 20,000 Hedonist points will be deducted. Qin Feng was so excited that he almost jumped up when he saw that he had completed 3 side quests, and his Hedonist points had increased to 47,200. The 2 side quests, Martial Artist Alliance and Yun Province Disturbance, were actually one quest, which was to destroy the Sima family. The quest to collect 6 pieces of orange equipment was issued a long time ago. Qin Feng was surprised that he had completed it so suddenly. The True Steel Sword, the Winter Iron Glove, the Spirit Snake Whip, the Spear of Rat Halos, the Overlord Slash, and the Chongling Sword. Exactly 6 pieces of orange equipment. Qin Feng muttered to himself. If he included the fiery rod that he gave to Yunzei, Qin Feng would have 7 pieces of orange equipment. Qin Feng, can't you see that I'm angry? Why are you standing there like an idiot? Hurry up and massage my back and legs. Serve me well. While Qin Feng was feeling pleased with himself, Lu Wenjing's dissatisfied voice drifted into his ears. Qin Feng immediately came back to his senses. He smiled and sat beside Lu Wenjing. When he was about to hug her, she slapped his hand away. Don't touch me. Behave yourself. I'm still angry. Lu Wenjing's sudden anger was caused by the 2 blood chi pills that Qin Feng gave her. After Lu Wenjing returned home, she ate the blood chi pills with her younger sister. In the end, the 2 of them slept together and had sex in the wild. When Lu Wenjing came to her senses, she was embarrassed and angry. Thinking of Longhair's reaction after eating the blood chi pills, Lu Wenjing began to suspect that there was something wrong with the blood chi pills. Qin Feng might have drugged them to trick her body. Looking at the furious Lu Wenjing, Qin Feng still smiled foolishly. Jing, who bullied you? Tell me. I'll slap him. Humph. Then hurry up and slap yourself. It's better if you slap yourself to death. Lu Wenjing glared at Qin Feng with hatred. Huh. I don't think I provoked you. If you're angry because of what Yunzei said earlier, you should vent your anger on him. I'm also a victim in this matter. Seeing Qin Feng's serious expression, Lu Wenjing was even more annoyed. You're a victim? I saw that you were listening very carefully just now. If I didn't stop you, I'm afraid you would have already gotten his sister's photo and phone number, right? That won't happen, Qin Feng said seriously. What era is it now? I just need a WeChat ID. You're pissing me off. Lu Wenjing turned her head and didn't look at Qin Feng. Seeing that Lu Wenjing was really angry, Qin Feng also became serious. Jing, then why are you angry? Tell me, and I'll die knowing. Chapter 505. Qin Feng exclaimed. You and your sister are pregnant with my flesh and blood? How is that possible? I've never done anything to you. Lu Wenjing froze for a while before she regained her composure. She blushed as she realized that she had mistaken the words. Ate the blood chi pill. As pregnant with the blood chi pill. Qin Feng was even more shameless. He knew what she meant, but he purposely said that she was pregnant with his child. Lu Wenjing was so embarrassed that her face was about to drip water. You're so annoying. You know what I mean. Lu Wenjing glared at Qin Feng coquettishly. Qin Feng had sensed Lu Wenjing's inner qi and knew that she had broken through to stage 1 inner qi after eating the blood qi pill. You and Xiao Jia became martial artists after eating the blood qi pill, and your strength increased greatly. This is a good thing. It was indeed a good thing that her strength increased greatly, but Lu Wenjing was obviously talking about something else. You know what you've done. Luckily, you weren't there when my sister and I ate the blood qi pill. Otherwise, we would have fallen into your evil hands, Lu Wenjing said hatefully. The more Qin Feng listened, the more confused he became. He patted Lu Wenjing's head and said, Girl, could it be that you were so coquettish that you damaged your brain? What nonsense are you spouting? Lu Wenjing was so angry that her chest rose and fell. She yelled at Qin Feng. You're the horny one! Your whole family is horny! Qin Feng's face darkened. He was unhappy. Jing, I said I had a fever. How can you accuse a good person? You even verbally attacked my family. Are you scolding yourself? Lu Wenjing stared blankly for a moment, then quickly reacted. Qin Feng said that she was his family, which meant that she was his woman. This caused Lu Wenjing's charming face to turn red. However, Lu Wenjing pretended to be angry. She snorted coldly and said, Humph! You're a shameless person who doesn't dare to admit what you've done. Lu Wenjing slapped Qin Feng's hand away and angrily ran to the side and sat down. Qin Feng's mouth twitched. He realized that the women around him were behaving strangely, especially those who had taken the blood qi pill. Could it be that the side effect of the blood qi pill was that it caused menstrual irregularities? Young Master Qin, you're here! At this moment, Longhair walked in from outside. He walked like a tiger, and his entire aura changed. Qin Feng glanced at him and found that Longhair had already stabilized his stage 2 inner qi. Longhair, how's the phone group going? Recently, Qin Feng had been busy eliminating the Sima family and had almost forgotten about the phone group. Young Master Qin, it's all thanks to the blood qi pill you gave me. After eating it, I felt my strength explosively increase. After that, I personally led a team to reorganize the phone group. I took care of all the restless people, and now the phone group is still the #1 underground power in Acropolis City. Longhair said excitedly. Not bad, then continued to help sister-in-law manage the phone group. When I'm not here, you must protect sister-in-law. Young Master Qin, don't worry. Unless I die, no one will be able to harm a single hair on sister-in-law. Longhair immediately swore and added, Oh right, young Master Qin, I'm a martial artist now, but I don't have a cultivation method. How can I continue to increase my strength? Longhair was originally an ordinary person. Without Qin Feng, he would never have come into contact with the level of martial artists. Now that he had a breakthrough, Longhair was happy and worried. He realized that he was half-baked. Even if he became a martial artist, he wouldn't level up. Qin Feng had neglected these things before. Now, it seemed that not only did Longhair not cultivate a cultivation method, but Lu Wenjing, Lu Xiaojia, and Lin Beibei also didn't know how to cultivate. Qin Feng remembered that when he completed the Suppressed Sky City's Ma family mission, the system rewarded him with a martial arts secret manual. This secret manual was a yellow-gray technique, so Qin Feng threw it to Longhair. Cultivate according to this secret manual. Later, make a few copies of the secret manual for me. Longhair held the martial arts secret manual and was extremely excited. Okay, I'll go and make 10 copies now. After Longhair left, Qin Feng sat down next to Lu Wenjing. He took out a silver snake flexible sword and handed it to Lu Wenjing. In a bit, when Longhair copies the martial arts secret manual, you should also cultivate according to that. Keep this flexible sword as a defensive weapon. In a bit, I'll give you a sword technique secret manual for you to cultivate with the flexible sword. Qin Feng spoke to Lu Wenjing, but Lu Wenjing ignored him. Qin Feng found it funny that she was inexplicably sullen. Since Lu Wenjing didn't speak, Qin Feng began to copy the sword technique's secret manual. Half an hour later, Qin Feng finished copying the basic sword technique's secret manual. The reason why he gave Lu Wenjing the basic sword technique and not the more advanced 9 swords of Duga was because Lu Wenjing hadn't been exposed to martial arts since she was young. First of all, Lu Wenjing hadn't been exposed to martial arts since she was young, and the 9 solitary swords technique was too profound. Qin Feng was afraid that Lu Wenjing wouldn't be able to learn it. Second of all, the silver serpent flexible sword and the 9 solitary swords technique didn't match, so the basic sword technique was more suitable. Young Master Qin, I'm done copying. No, I'm done printing. At this time, Longhair rushed back with a head full of sweat. Looking at the 10 copies of the martial arts secret manual, Qin Feng's mouth twitched. If he knew this would happen, he would have printed a basic sword technique secret manual. Why did he have to copy it himself? Keep 1 for yourself, give 2 to your sister-in-law, and give the remaining 7 to me, Qin Feng said. Longhair hurriedly obeyed. He quickly took out 7 copies of the martial arts secret manual, and returned them to Qin Feng. Young Master Qin, if there's nothing else, I'll be going to cultivate. Longhair suddenly went from a normal person to a martial artist. These few days, he was so excited that he couldn't even sleep. Qin Feng dismissed Longhair and gave Lu Wenjing the handwritten copy of the basic sword skills. Seeing that Lu Wenjing still had a cold expression on her face, Qin Feng had no choice but to go to Royal Hotel first. He also gave Bai Qing and Liuchen blood-chi pills and martial arts secret manuals. In a private villa in Acropolis City, a fair-skinned, handsome, and imposing young man sat on the sofa. His brows were tightly furrowed, and he looked like he had a lot on his mind. Opposite the young man stood a one-armed elder. The elder's weathered face revealed an expression of unwillingness. "Uncle Yen, did you find out anything about the white-clothed man who injured you?" the young man on the sofa suddenly asked. "Young master, we couldn't find any information about that person. It's as if he doesn't belong to this world." Uncle Yan's face was full of worry. "Doesn't belong to this world? How is that possible? Are you telling me that person is a ghost?" The young man was clearly very dissatisfied with Uncle Yan's answer. "Young master, please calm down. I mean, he might be someone from the hidden sections. He rarely comes out of the secular world, so it's very difficult to find out his identity," Uncle Yen hurriedly explained. The young man's face darkened. If this white-clothed man really was someone from the hidden sects, then things would be much more troublesome. The hidden sects were existences that surpassed the aristocratic families of the various regions. Even the 4 major families of the Jingdu city feared the people from the hidden sections. How did Qin Feng know someone from the hidden sects? And from the looks of it, that white-clothed man seems to respect Qin Feng. The young man looked puzzled. "I don't know about that. By the way, young master, that green wolf and Qin Feng don't seem to be related." Uncle Yen thought of another matter. The young man was Xiao 11 Lang. He had purposely posted a mission on the Martial Art Alliance to lure Qin Feng out. At that time, the young man had suspected that Qin Feng was Green Wolf. However, last night, Green Wolf really went to destroy the Sima family, and Qin Feng appeared in the Fang family. Clearly, these 2 people were not the same person. They are not the same person, but it's very likely that they know each other. This time, we suffered a great loss. That white-clothed man even cut off one of your arms and took away your Chongling sword. If we don't take revenge, we won't be a gentleman." The young man, who had always been calm, looked ferocious. Uncle Yen looked worried. He said, "Young master, even at my peak, I was no match for that white-clothed man. Now, it's even more impossible for me to defeat him. Unless we get help from our family, we won't be able to kill Qin Feng. Obviously, it's impossible to get help from our family. That would expose our identity." Halfway through his sentence, the young man suddenly laughed coldly. "Humph. I want to see if Qin Feng will be able to escape this calamity after escaping death last time." "Young master, what do you mean?" Uncle Yen asked doubtfully. "Spread the news that Qin Feng has returned to Acropolis City. Those martial artists are all coveting Qin Feng's spiritual equipment and cultivation method. Last time, he escaped. This time, let's see if he can be so lucky." The young man laughed coldly. "Ha ha. Good idea. This time, Qin Feng must die." Uncle Yen suddenly understood. His frowning expression became excited. "Then, I'll go spread the news now and get rid of Qin Feng as soon as possible." In the presidential suite on the top floor of the Royal Hotel, Qin Feng took out the phone given by the Martial Art Alliance and was about to call Xiao 11 Lang to ask for the mission reward. "Brother Xiao, are you there? I've already eliminated the Sima family. When are we going to meet? Give me the reward." Qin Feng pretended to be close to Xiao 11 Lang to lure him out. However, Xiao 11 Lang was not online at the moment. He did not reply to Qin Feng. After waiting for a while, Qin Feng received a private message from Hua Yen. Hua Yen sent a row of anxious emojis. Calling Green Wolf. Reply as soon as you receive this message. Big-breasted sister, are you in heat? Where are you? I'm going to fuck you right now. After Qin Feng found out that billowy lady was Hua Yen, he began to chat with her without restraint. Soon, Hua Yen sent a row of knife-like emojis. She replied angrily. I was kind enough to tell you the news, but you dare to tease me? Forget it. Just wait for someone to assassinate you. Qin Feng felt that something was wrong. He quickly asked, What news? Humph, weren't you very arrogant just now? I don't want to talk about it now. Hua Yen threw a tantrum. Qin Feng was speechless. Forget it. If you don't want to talk about it, then I won't. I'm going offline now. There are girls waiting for me to bathe together. Tisk. You can fantasize all you want. Wait, let me tell you something. Taoist Rakshasa's master has come out of seclusion and is looking for us. He wants to kill us to avenge his disciple. Hua Yen finally got down to business. Taoist Rakshasa's master? What the hell is that? Qin Feng was shocked. His master is called Ghost Face Mountain. He has been in closed-door cultivation for some time. I heard that he is a stage 7 evil cultivator. Be careful. Holy shit. A stage 7 evil cultivator? Doesn't that mean he is more powerful than an ordinary stage 8 energy cultivator? Qin Feng was taken aback. If he were to be caught by the Ghost Face Mountain Man, given Qin Feng's current strength, he would definitely die. Chapter 506. Hee hee, Brother Green Wolf, I've heard about the Sima family's destruction. However, I'm quite busy these days, so I don't have time to meet you. Don't worry, I've already transferred the mission points to your membership. As for the physical reward, I've placed it in the Martial Art Alliance's warehouse. You can go to the warehouse manager to collect it. After receiving Xiao 11 Lang's reply, Qin Fen raised his eyebrows slightly. He felt that Xiao 11 Lang seemed to have discovered something. After hesitating for a while, Qin Fen replied, All right, Brother Xiao, the mission reward this time is very generous. If there's a chance, I hope to get to know Brother Xiao. Let's have a drink and become friends. If Brother Xiao has other missions in the future, you don't have to post them to the Martial Art Alliance. Just look for me in private. Qin Fen had just found out that Xiao 11 Lang was the young black-robed man who had appeared in the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace more than 3 months ago. He really wanted to find out Xiao 11 Lang's true identity. Firstly, he wanted to take revenge. Secondly, Qin Fen had not seen Su Ruoro since the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Although Qin Fen hated Su Ruoro, he could not ignore Su Ruoro. Moreover, Su Ruoro's betrayal seemed to be related to Xiao 11 Lang. Qin Fen wanted to ask Xiao 11 Lang why Su Ruoro had betrayed him, and where she was now. Hee hee, alright. When I'm done with my work, I'll definitely meet up with Brother Green Wolf. I still have business to attend to, so I'll take my leave first. Xiao 11 Lang was very smart. He did not mean to reject Qin Fen, but it was clear that he did not intend to meet up with Qin Fen. Although Qin Fen was a little disappointed that the little clue that he had found with great difficulty was about to disappear, Qin Fen also guessed that Xiao 11 Lang would not meet up with him so easily. This outcome was reasonable. Forget it. When I return to Jingdu City, I'll infiltrate the Martial Art Alliance, and see if I can find any information on Xiao 11 Lang. Maybe I'll find some clues. Qin Fen sighed slightly. He thought of the SSS-rank Martial Art Alliance side mission that the system had issued not long ago, which made him a member of the Martial Art Alliance's Law Enforcement Hall. Qin Fen had been in contact with the Martial Art Alliance for some time, and knew that the Law Enforcement Hall was the Martial Art Alliance's upper echelons. They were responsible for managing the order and commerce of the Martial Art Alliance. Qin Fen obviously wanted to find a way to sneak into the law enforcement hall. When he gained power, he did not believe that he would not be able to find out Xiao 11 Lang's identity. Ding! Just as Qin Feng was planning, his cell phone rang. It was the Martial Artist Alliance Level 5 mission that Xiao 11th Lang had issued. The reward was 1,000 points, a spirit stone, and a 100-year ice crystal. Now, the 1,000 points had been transferred to Qin Feng's account. Welcome to the Martial Artist Alliance Information Center. Member name, Green Wolf. Total points, 1,500. Accumulated points, 1,500. Member level, Level 5. Note, upgrading to a Level 6 member requires 2,000 points. You still need 500 points to upgrade to a Level 6 member. Qin Feng looked at the Martial Artist Alliance's member information and closed it. Then, he opened the Hedonist Sovereign system. Not long ago, Qin Feng completed 3 system missions in a row. Not only did he obtain 35,000 Hedonist points, but he also obtained a chance to open a hidden interface in the system and a scroll for a blue-grade spirit equipment. Now, Qin Feng wanted to test his luck. Qin Feng had participated in the system's free lottery before, and his luck had always been good. He obtained the True Steel Sword, Elementary Thunder Tiger Fists, Elementary Racing Calligraphy Skill, and even the Sovereign Skill Vajra Esoteric Skill after using the Luck Potion. Little pig, should I buy a bottle of Luck Potion before I draw? Qin Feng held the blue-grade spirit equipment scroll in his hand with excitement written all over his face. Master, there's a difference between a random scroll and a lucky draw. It limits the rank of the prize. No matter how many lucky potions you drink, you won't be able to get a purple equipment, let alone a blue equipment. Little Pig explained. When Qin Feng heard this, he dismissed the idea of buying the lucky potion. Qin Feng calmed himself down, and with a thought, the blue-grade spiritual weapon random scroll in his hand suddenly disappeared. With a boom, a pair of domineering axes surrounded by dazzling blue light slowly rose from the system. Heaven Splitter Axe? Equipment grade blue, high-grade spiritual weapon equipment description. Heaven Splitter Axe is forged from rare crystals. It is extremely sharp and indestructible. It can swallow mountains and split the earth in an instant. Hidden attribute: Heaven Splitter Axe can enlarge once a day. Time limit: 30 minutes. System price: 88,888 hedonist points. Qin Feng's eyes lit up when he saw the blue-grade battle axe in his hand. He waved his hand lightly, and the Heaven Splitter Axe pierced through the air, creating a deep gash in the reinforced concrete wall opposite him. Amazing! This is too amazing! Qin Feng clicked his tongue in wonder. This blue-grade battle axe was worthy of the system's price of 88,888 hedonist points. Its power was incomparable. Qin Feng didn't even need to use much luck to achieve such an effect. He thought that if he used his full strength, he could easily kill a Stage 6 Inner Chi expert. As for a Stage 7 Inner Chi expert, he wouldn't be at a disadvantage. Swoosh! Qin Feng waved his hand and stored the Heaven Splitter Axe in the system. This pair of battle axes was too powerful. Qin Feng was afraid that the presidential suite would become a slum after a few swings. Qin Feng quickly calmed down and looked at the random scroll that opened the hidden interface of the system. With a thought, he began to draw. Buzz! 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 Qin Feng's mind was a mess, and his head buzzed. All sorts of strange hidden interfaces flashed in front of Qin Feng's eyes. Just from the names of the interfaces, Qin Feng could tell that they were very powerful. A minute later, the system interface stopped and a forging system interface popped up. It seemed that this was the hidden interface that Qin Feng had activated with the scroll. After a brief look at the interface's introduction, Qin Feng understood that the forging system interface was an interface for forging spiritual equipment. When Qin Feng became a rank 4 hedonist mortal, the system automatically activated the fusion interface. He could fuse spiritual beasts, low-grade spiritual equipment into high-grade equipment, low-grade martial arts into high-grade martial arts, and when he became a rank 5 hedonist mortal, the wuxia interface was activated. The Palace of Heroes and Shiminchuishua only appeared because of the wuxia interface. The forging system interface that Qin Feng obtained from the lottery could use various materials to forge spiritual equipment of various grades. Ding! The Hedonist Sovereign System has issued a quest. Host, use the forging system interface to forge a purple grade spiritual equipment. Quest time limit, 6 months. If host Qin Feng completes the quest, the system will reward host Qin Feng with 30,000 hedonist points and a purple grade random drawing ticket. If host Qin Feng fails, 60,000 hedonist points will be deducted, and all of host Qin Feng's blue-grade spiritual equipment will be taken back for free. Qin Feng's brain was in a daze when the system suddenly issued a quest. He still hadn't recovered from the shock of the Heaven Splitter Axe and the forging system interface. After sitting in a daze for a while, Qin Feng slowly came back to his senses. During this trip to Acropolis City, Qin Feng had completed many quests. Not only did he receive a generous reward of hedonist points, but he also received many treasures. Although Qin Feng was only a Stage 4 Inner Qi cultivator, he could now easily slaughter a Stage 6 Inner Qi cultivator and below. Looking at the 47,200 hedonist points in the system, Qin Feng felt that he could buy more practical equipment and skills, or upgrade the skills and equipment he already had. After thinking for a while, Qin Feng spent 5,000 hedonist points to upgrade the intermediate Thunder Tiger Fists to Advanced Thunder Tiger Fists. The Advanced Thunder Tiger Fists could unleash 3 times the strength of a normal person. Qin Feng was now a Stage 4 External and Stage 4 Inner Qi cultivator. If he unleashed his strength, he could unleash 6 times the strength of a normal person. Combined with the Advanced Thunder Tiger Fists, he could unleash 9 times the strength of a normal person. That was a force of 900 Jin. Qin Feng could kill a Stage 6 Inner Qi cultivator with 1 punch. After upgrading the Advanced Thunder Tiger Fists, Qin Feng bought a Battle Axe Secret Manual. Now that he had the Heaven Splitter Axe, he naturally couldn't miss out on any axe secret manuals. After shopping around, Qin Feng spent 20,000 hedonist points to buy the Heaven Burning Flames technique. This was a mystic grade skill manual. It was suitable for close combat weapons such as dual axes, dual maces, and dual hammers. Invincible Valor, Heaven Burning Flames. After spending 25,000 hedonist points, Qin Feng still had 22,000 hedonist points left. He remembered that the system had a quest to upgrade him to a rank 6 hedonist mortal. Qin Feng needed to spend another 15,000 hedonist points to reach the 100,000 hedonist points needed to upgrade to a rank 6 hedonist mortal. Just as he was thinking about how to continue spending hedonist points, 2 beautiful figures walked into the room. After Qin Feng arrived at the presidential suite, he sent Li Yuchen a message and told her to bring Bai Qing over. At this time, the 2 women stood at the door in black silk uniforms. They were about the same height, had full and perky breasts, and had long, straight, and beautiful legs. People who didn't know better would think they were in a model pageant. "Boss, I've brought them!" Li Yuchen brought Bai Qing into the room. Qin Feng had already changed into the sacred azure battle armor, and now he was wearing a weird wolf head suit. Qin Feng had already told Li Yuchen not to reveal his identity. Qin Feng hadn't seen Bai Qing for a long time, and he wanted to see how much she had changed. Now, he was teasing Bai Qing with the same bad taste he had when he first met Li Yuchen. "Be boss?" Bai Qing's delicate body froze when she saw Qin Feng, and she even took 2 steps back. Bai Qing was a bit scared when she saw Qin Feng's sinister wolf head mask. Li Yuchen wasn't nervous at all. It was as if she couldn't see the fierce wolf head mask on Qin Feng's face. She even walked behind Qin Feng and put her hands on his shoulders, intimately hugging his neck. Chapter 507. Boss, I'm fine. I don't have any important work to take care of lately. Boss is tired from worrying about the company every day. Let Qingchen stay and serve boss well. Not only did Li Yuchen not leave, she acted coquettishly and cute, scaring even Qin Feng. In reality, Li Yuchen was about to explode with anger. She knew Qin Feng was hedonistic and dissolute. As the #1 young master, he definitely had a lot of women by his side. However, if Qin Feng went to fool around with women in private, Li Yuqin couldn't see or do anything about it. This time, Qin Feng asked Li Yuqin to help promote Bai Qing. When Li Yuqin saw Bai Qing's beauty and figure that wasn't inferior to her own, a wave of jealousy arose in her heart. She thought that if she left now, who knew what Qin Feng and Bai Qing would be doing in the room? Since Li Yuqin knew about this, she had to ruin Qin Feng and Bai Qing's good times or show Bai Qing that she was extremely close with Qin Feng in front of Bai Qing to anger her to death. Director Li, why do you have nothing to do? You're the administrative director of Royal Group, you should be very busy every day. Qin Feng secretly poked Li Yuqin's thigh and told her to hurry up and leave. Li Yuqin acted as if she didn't feel it. Her jade-like hands slid into Qin Feng's collar and caressed Qin Feng's strong chest. Qin Feng lost focus and let out a low growl. Oh! Director Li, what are you doing? Li Yuqin's jade-like hands felt smooth and soft, and Qin Feng wanted it. Li Yuqin suddenly bent down and threw caution to the wind. She pressed her full chest against Qin Feng's face and said with a smile, Boss, don't we usually play like this in the office? What's wrong with you today? Qin Feng was slightly startled. He thought he had lost his memory. When did the two of them play like this? In the past, it was always Qin Feng who harassed Li Yuqin, but Li Yuqin wouldn't let him play. What was wrong with this woman today? Really? How come I don't remember? Qin Feng asked very seriously. Li Yuqin covered her mouth and laughed. She laughed so hard that her chest shook and patted Qin Feng's head. Qin Feng's face, hidden under the wolf mask, turned red. Boss, your memory is really bad. Then let me demonstrate it again. We play like this every time. Li Yuqin came to Qin Feng's side with a smile. Without waiting for Qin Feng to come back to his senses, she sat on Qin Feng's lap. She leaned forward and leaned into Qin Feng's embrace. She turned her head and glared provocatively at Bai Qing. Qin Feng was stupefied, and Bai Qing was also dumbfounded. When she found out that she was going to see the boss today, she was a bit nervous. After seeing Qin Feng's wolf mask, she became worried and afraid. Now, she saw the originally arrogant and cold Director Li suddenly change into a different person. Bai Qing was scared to death by his unrestrained appearance. That? Director Li, boss, you guys have fun, I'll go out first. Bai Qing's body heated up. She hadn't done it with a man in a long time. When she saw the scene in front of her, she immediately thought of the wild scene with Qin Feng. Bai Qing hurriedly turned to leave. Just as she reached the door, Qin Feng called out to her. Bai Qing, wait, I still have something to say to you. Qin Feng lifted Li Yuqin with one arm. Although he didn't know what was wrong with this woman today, Qin Feng didn't care. He took out a blood-red medicinal pill and handed it to Li Yuqin. This is a blood-chi pill. Eat it when you go back. There will be unexpected results. Right now, I have business to attend to, so you can leave first. Li Yuqin didn't think that Qin Feng's willpower was so strong that he could resist her all-out seduction. However, Li Yuqin was still a bit dissatisfied. She started to burrow into Qin Feng's embrace again. She purposely swayed her perky butt and said, Boss, my body just reacted, and you're chasing me away. You're so annoying. I want to continue being entangled with you. The corner of Qin Feng's mouth twitched. He wanted to cut open Li Yuqin's brain and take a good look. If any of her nerves were twisted together, Qin Feng could help her remove them. Stop messing around, hurry up and get out. Qin Feng's tone changed, and his voice became icy. Li Yuqin jumped in fright and didn't dare to mess around anymore. She glared at Qin Feng with a huff and ran out. Boss, why did you want to see me? Once Li Yuqin left, Bai Qing became even more nervous. She always felt that this boss had a heavy taste, and was even psychopathic. Otherwise, why would she wear a sinister wolf mask in broad daylight? Bai Qing, I heard that you're very capable in the company. Is that true? Qin Feng's voice was full of vulgarity. Bai Qing furrowed her brows slightly and said, I just do my best to do my own things and arrange the work of my subordinates. Not bad. That means that you're very capable. Then I guess I'm capable. Bai Qing felt that this boss was indeed sick. Why was he so insistent on one word? Waha! It's good that you're capable. I like capable women the most. Then come over here and let's do a good job. Qin Feng laughed loudly. Bai Qing stared blankly for a good while before finally understanding Qin Feng's meaning. An angry expression immediately surfaced on her charming face. She glared at Qin Feng and said coldly, What do you mean? I want you to apologize to me, or else I'll call the police and warn you for harassment. Bai Qing's reaction was very strong. She was so angry that her delicate body trembled. Qin Feng felt very gratified, but he continued to act like a hedonistic young master. He laughed coldly. Oh, you want to call the police? Then go to the police. Don't forget who promoted you to the position of vice president of this hotel. If you don't obey me today, I'll fire you. Of course, if you follow me well, I'll make sure you have a good life in the future. You're shameless. Bai Qing was so angry that her hair stood on end. She glared at Qin Feng with gritted teeth. Stop dreaming. If you have the ability, then fire me. I don't want to do it anymore. When Bai Qing yelled these words, she felt a wave of disappointment in her heart. The reason she stayed at Royal Hotel was to wait for Qin Feng to return. Moreover, Bai Qing relied on her own hard work to climb step by step to the position of general manager. She still had feelings for the hotel. Now that she was leaving just like that, Bai Qing felt a bit reluctant. However, it was impossible for her to obey the wolf-headed monster in front of her. You're here, and you still want to leave? No way. Bai Qing had already turned to leave. Qin Feng leaped lightly, blocked the door, and locked it from the inside. Bai Qing was so scared that her face turned pale. She hurriedly picked up the fruit knife on the table to defend herself. Why you hurry and scram, or else I'll take you down with me. Qin Feng was shocked when he saw Bai Qing's lily-white hand that was holding the fruit knife trembling non-stop. He didn't think that his woman would be so fierce when she exploded. Qin Feng hurriedly put away the sacred azure battle armor and changed to his appearance. Qing, hurry and put the knife down. Don't hurt yourself. Qin Feng's appearance and voice were restored. Bai Qing held the fruit knife and stared blankly at Qin Feng. She felt like she was watching an acrobatic performance. Qin Feng. Why you're not Qin Feng? Of course I'm Qin Feng. Don't you recognize me? Qin Feng thought this question was a bit funny. Bai Qing was stunned for a while. She still couldn't completely believe that the person in front of her was Qin Feng. She suddenly said, Then, tell me, is the mole on my chest on the left or right side? Qin Feng's mouth twitched. This girl's question was really bold. Qing, your chest is white and tender. How can there be a mole? However, there is a small mole on the left side of your butt. I used to love touching that place. Ah. Qin Feng, it's really you. Bai Qing cried out in surprise. She threw the fruit knife away and flew into Qin Feng's arms. She hugged Qin Feng tightly, and Bai Qing couldn't hold back her tears. Qin Feng, where did you go? You didn't even call to tell us you were safe. My little brother and I were so worried about you. Feeling Bai Qing's concern, Qin Feng's heart surged with warmth. He patted Bai Qing's back and comforted her. I'm fine. Now I'm back safe and sound. Also, I've repurchased the Royal Group. From now on, Royal Hotel will be handed over to you. Help me manage it. Happiness came too suddenly. Not only did Bai Qing see Qin Feng, but she also became the vice president of Royal Hotel. She nodded excitedly. The two of them hugged and lingered for a while. Then, Qin Feng pulled Bai Qing to the sofa and took out a blood-chi pill to give to Bai Qing. Qing, eat this. Bai Qing looked at the blood-red blood-chi pill curiously. She didn't ask any questions and directly swallowed it. After eating it, she asked, What is this? What a strong medicinal herb smell. You only asked me after eating it? If I said it was an aphrodisiac, what would you do? Qin Feng looked at Bai Qing with a smile. Bai Qing's charming face suddenly blushed. She softly leaned into Qin Feng's embrace, and her voice was as weak as a mosquito. Then I can only eat it if you want me to. Bai Qing was charming and sexy. Her casual smile ignited Qin Feng's fire. Qin Feng pushed with his large hand and pressed it against Bai Qing's body. Then, he began to frantically tear off Bai Qing's clothes. After Li Yuchen left the presidential suite, she didn't actually leave. She stood in the corridor and waited. After waiting for a while, Qin Feng and Bai Qing didn't come out. Li Yuchen became anxious. She thought to herself, Qin Feng, this big pervert, couldn't really be having sex in broad daylight, right? After waiting for another 10 or so minutes, Bai Qing couldn't wait any longer. She used her identity as the executive director of Royal Group to find the hotel staff at the front desk and asked for the spare room card of the presidential suite. Then, she hurried to the door of the suite. Swoosh! She swiped the card, and the door sprang open with a duong. Li Yuchen hurriedly opened the door a crack so that Qin Feng wouldn't see her. At the same time, she could see the situation inside. As soon as the door opened, Li Yuchen didn't see anything. Then, she heard a series of undulating moans. Li Yuchen blushed. Chapter 508. Li Yuchen was terrified. She knew Qin Feng was wretched and slutty, but she didn't expect Bai Qing to be so wild. She was deceived by Bai Qing's hypocritical appearance. Li Yuchen only took a glance inside, and her face turned red. Her body felt hot and dry, and she leaned against the wall weakly. Li Yuchen didn't dare to look anymore, and she couldn't even hear the sound inside. She held onto the wall and walked down the stairs. She tried her best to control her emotions, but the wild scene kept flashing in her mind. She couldn't get rid of it no matter what. Qin Feng and Bai Qing were naked. Bai Qing knelt on the glass coffee table, and Qin Feng stood behind her. Their bodies moved quickly. Qin Feng tied Bai Qing's hands behind her back with a belt. He held the belt with one hand to control Bai Qing's body, and used the other to pinch Bai Qing's plump breasts. Bai Qing wasn't angry at such a beastly method. Instead, she looked like she wanted to die. Li Yuchen was disgusted by this woman, and Qin Feng, roar. Qin Feng growled and lay on the sofa with Bai Qing in his arms, ending the battle. Bai Qing hadn't been so stimulated in a long time. At this moment, the coffee table was wet as if it was drenched in water. Bai Qing felt her body was about to fall apart. Qin Feng was even more ferocious than before. If his physical strength continued to develop, Bai Qing was worried that she would be played to death in the future. However, Bai Qing was relieved when she remembered that there were many other women around Qin Feng. This was the first time she felt that it was good to have a few sisters to accompany Qin Feng. Qing, you broke through! When Qin Feng growled, he felt the changes in Bai Qing's body. When Bai Qing reached her climax, she also broke through to stage 1 inner qi after taking the blood qi pill. Qin Feng also felt slight changes in his body. The inner qi in his dantian was purer and denser. It seemed like he could break through to stage 5 inner qi at any time. Qin Feng, what breakthrough? I don't understand. Bai Qing was just an ordinary person, so she was confused by Qin Feng's words. Qin Feng smiled and touched Bai Qing's plump breasts. He said, "Try hitting the coffee table with all your strength." Bai Qing was confused, but she still raised her hand and hit the coffee table with all her strength. Rumble! In the next moment, the hard and thick tea table suddenly shattered and collapsed. The water on the tea table splashed all over Qin Feng, giving Bai Qing a fright. What's going on? Seeing the stunned Bai Qing, Qin Feng chuckled and hugged her in his arms. He rubbed her back and comforted her. This is your strength after breaking through. Actually, in this world there are some people who specialize in martial arts. They constantly break through their limits and become stronger. The blood qi pill I gave you before can help an ordinary person break through to stage 1 inner qi and become a martial artist. This was the first time Bai Qing had heard of such things in her life, and it was Qin Feng who said it. If it was anyone else who told Bai Qing this, Bai Qing would definitely think that person was crazy. Qin Feng, then you must be a martial artist, right? What's your strength? Bai Qing widened her eyes and stared blankly at Qin Feng. Qin Feng waved his hand, and a white light fell on the opposite wall. Bang! Bai Qing was so shocked that her eyeballs almost fell out of their sockets. She saw a deep and long scar on the wall that looked like it was made by a knife. The crack was so deep that a finger could be stuffed in. I'm currently at stage 4 inner chi, but I'm a bit special. If I use my full strength, my strength is equivalent to a traditional martial artist at the peak of stage 6 inner chi. This martial arts secret manual is for you. You can practice it when you have nothing to do. This way, you can protect yourself even if ordinary people try to harm you. Bai Qing took the copy of the martial arts secret manual in a daze. She was still in a daze. Qin Feng had already started to put on his clothes and realized that there were many water droplets on his body. Wait. Let me wipe it for you. When Bai Qing saw the water droplets on Qin Feng's body, her charming face was so embarrassed that it was about to drip water. These water droplets were all splashed from the coffee table, and they were all dripped when Bai Qing was excited. She almost didn't have the face to see Qin Feng. No need. You're the one who dripped it, so I won't mind. Qin Feng didn't mind and started to put on his clothes. Bai Qing's face was boiling hot, but her heart was filled with sweetness. The two of them put on their clothes and walked out of the presidential suite together. Qin Feng returned to Acropolis City this time to complete some old quests from the system. He said goodbye to Bai Qing and prepared to go see Zhao Lingxian. Just as Qin Feng walked out of the hotel, his phone rang. Who is it? It was an unknown number. Jia, Jia, Jia. There was a shrill laugh on the other side of the phone. Then, a man said coldly, Brat, your little girlfriend is in my hands. I give you 10 hours to come to Yahai City's Hepping Town and die. Otherwise. You little girl, you're so voluptuous, and your skin is so tender. Your elder loves to play with female juniors like you, suck their blood dry, and eat their flesh. Why should I believe you? I don't have a girlfriend. Qin Feng's expression turned cold. Really? Then listen to this girl's voice. If she really isn't your woman, your elder is going to make a move. There was a moment of silence on the other side of the phone. Suddenly, Hua Yan screamed, Qing Lang. Don't come, please don't come. You and I are no match for him. Hurry and report to the Martial Art Alliance. Ah. What do you want? Get away from me. Bang! The instant Qin Feng heard Hua Yan's voice, the veins on his body bulged, and he crushed his phone. His eyes were bloodshot. He raised his head and roared a few times before he calmed down. Qin Feng returned to the hotel, asked for a random phone, and called the number. Damn it! What do you mean, brat? Do you really not want your woman anymore? The man's voice was filled with anger. He was just threatening Qin Feng when an explosion came from the phone, almost deafening him. Who are you? Qin Feng gritted his teeth and asked, enunciating each word. Jia, Jia, Jia. You're asking me who I am? How dare you kill my beloved disciple? I'll make sure you die a horrible death. A strange, high-pitched laughter came from the other side of the phone. A white light flashed in Qin Feng's mind, and he guessed the other person's identity. You're from Ghost Face Mountain? Humph, you're not stupid. Hurry up and come over, or I'll make a move on your woman. Remember, don't even think about notifying the Martial Art Alliance to send people to capture me. If you do, you'll have to collect this chick's corpse. Jia, Jia, Jia. Ghost Face Mountain Man, just you wait. I'll kill you right now. Qin Feng squeezed his hand, and the phone exploded again. Not long ago, Qin Feng received a reminder from Hua Yan that the Ghost Face Mountain Man, the master of Taoist Rakshasa, had broken through his closed-door cultivation and had returned to seek revenge. Qin Feng did not expect the Ghost Face Mountain Man to capture Hua Yan so soon. The Ghost Face Mountain Man was a Stage 7 heretical cultivator, and his strength was definitely stronger than a stage 8 inner chi cultivator. Qin Feng wanted to hide for a while and deal with the ghost-faced mountain man after he became stronger. But now, he had to save Hua Yan. Qin Feng and Hua Yan could be considered a pair of quarrelsome lovers. Although they quarreled whenever they saw each other, and Hua Yan tried to kill Qin Feng with the love goo, Qin Feng realized that Hua Yan was a good girl after spending some time together in Chang Xin Villa. She was the one who helped Qin Feng concoct the blood chi pill. Most importantly, Hua Yan told Qin Feng to hide as soon as possible when she had the chance to speak. Qin Feng could not just sit back and do nothing because of Hua Yan's loyalty to him. After leaving the Royal Hotel again, Qin Feng drove the Fei Tian Bar's BMW and sped toward Hepping Town, Feng Yun Amusement Park, Hepping Town, Yihai City. A man dressed in a black robe and reeking of the stench of a corpse was screaming in anger. His ears were still ringing when Qin Feng crushed his cell phone for the second time. The man in the black robe was Ghost-Face Mountain Man, the master of Taoist Rakshasa. Sitting opposite of Ghost-Face Mountain Man was a man with a deathly pale face. If it wasn't for the fact that he was still breathing and his chest was moving up and down, one would think that he was dead. If Qin Feng was here, he would definitely recognize the man and be shocked. This was because the man was Li Xiaojie, who had his heart pierced by Qin Feng's spear during the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace 3 months ago. "Grand Elder, how is it? Is that brat coming?" Li Xiaojie was expressionless, and his voice was soft like a dying man. "He is already on his way." Ghost-Face Mountain Man was the Grand Elder of the Verdant sect. When he came out of seclusion and learned that his disciple was killed, he began to search for the murderer. When Qin Feng was poisoned by Taoist Rakshasa's corpse chi, Ghost-Face Mountain Man followed Taoist Rakshasa's aura to Chang Xian's residence. When he found Hua Yan, he captured Hua Yan and brought her back to the Martial Artist Alliance. From Hua Yan's phone, Ghost-Face Mountain Man found out that Billowy Lady and Green Wolf were the murderers of his disciple. "That's good. Now Grand Elder can avenge senior brother Taoist Rakshasa." Li Xiaojie smiled. Ghost-Face Mountain Man nodded his head and said, "My disciple was a 4th-layer evil cultivator before he died, and this woman is a 4th-layer evil cultivator. With her strength, she clearly couldn't have killed my disciple. It seems like the real murderer is that stinking brat Green Wolf. I reckon that his strength isn't low either. Grand Elder, now that you're a stage 7 heretic, I'm sure that brat is no match for you. When he comes, I'll help you deal with him so that he won't be able to return alive," Li Xiaojie said. Ghost-Face Mountain Man waved his hand and said, "You've just woken up, and your organs have just been reunited with your body. You don't need to do anything. I'll send some Verdant Sect martial artists to help you. Once I capture that brat, I'll use his and this woman's blood essence to heal your wounds and break through to the next level. Your strength will improve by leaps and bounds." Chapter 509. 2 hours later, Qin Feng arrived at Yihai City's Hepping Town. This was a small, underdeveloped town. Qin Feng could tell that the pace of life here was very slow from the people strolling leisurely on the street. Qin Feng was no stranger to this place. Previously, Li Xiaojie kidnapped Lu Bingbing to threaten Qin Feng. Qin Feng accepted the Feng Yun Fun City chain mission issued by the system and successfully destroyed Li Xiaojie's base. He also met Bai Qing and saved Bai Xiao and her father. Later, Lu Bingbing was poisoned by the Verdant Sect's peripatetic powder and gave her body to Qin Feng here. Qin Feng met Hua Yan for the first time in Feng Yun Fun City. At that time, Hua Yan was dressed like a scantily clad prostitute. Qin Feng didn't know what she was thinking at that time. Not long ago, he met Hua Yan here. Now, he came here to save her. Qin Feng wondered if it was fate. Huh! Didn't Feng Yun City get sealed by Bingbing's team? How come it's open again? Qin Feng raised his head and looked at the glittering signboard of Feng Yun City. The name hadn't changed, and it was even bigger than before. Qin Feng, who was standing on the opposite side of the road, immediately turned around and quickly found a building to hide behind. he felt that this matter was a bit strange. The reopening of Feng Yun Amusement Park made Qin Feng feel a bit strange. Ghostface Mountain called me to Feng Yun Fun City, which means he's here. But this is Yuhai Li family's territory. Could Ghostface Mountain be a member of Yuhai Li family? Qin Feng's mind raced as he thought of various possibilities. Soon, he shook his head. Impossible. Ghostface Mountain is a level 7 heretic. How could he be a subordinate of the Li family? Although the Li family is the #1 family in Yuhai City, they're not that powerful. Could they be partners? Qin Feng changed his train of thought. Soon, Qin Feng recalled that the Li family had secretly cooperated with an organization called the Verdant Sect when he came to Feng Yun Fun City to make trouble. The Verdant Sect was one of the 3 sects and 5 schools of China, and there were many experts in it. Qin Feng thought, could this Ghostface Mountain be a member of the Verdant Sect? If that's the case, Qin Feng was amazed. What kind of organization is this Verdant Sect? They seem to be much stronger than I thought. More or less, Qin Feng was a little worried. The Ghostface Mountain Man, a level 7 evil cultivator, was enough to make him suffer. If there were other warriors guarding Fun City, Qin Feng was not sure that he could save Hua Yan and escape. However, since he was already here, there was no turning back. Qin Feng looked at the quests in Yuhai City. If he could complete a few quests, and obtain some hedonist points, he might be able to save Hua Yan. Qin Feng had already destroyed the Fang family, and he, as the Azure Wolf, had destroyed the Sima family. In one night, 2 large families had been destroyed. This matter had long since caused an uproar among the upper echelons of Acropolis City. This incident had a huge impact on the other families in Acropolis City. However, he hadn't completed his mission of returning to Yun Province yet. Qin Feng thought it was because he hadn't caused a big enough commotion. Now that he was in Yuhai City, he might as well turn Yuhai City upside down and increase his prestige. The main mission of the Yun Province disturbance is to unify the situation of the 4 cities of the Yun Province. Time limit 1 year. Mission reward, 30,000 hedonist points and 1 chance to access the hidden interface of the system. If the mission fails, 60,000 hedonist points will be deducted and host Qin will not be allowed to step into Yun Province ever again. The second side mission of the Yun Province disturbance is to rebuild the Qin family of Acropolis City and become the #1 family in Yun Province. Mission reward, 20,000 hedonist points and a random Earth rank skill manual. If the mission fails, 40,000 hedonist points will be deducted. The third side mission of the Yun Province disturbance is to find out the truth behind the collaboration between the Li family of Yuhai City and the Verdant Sect. Mission reward, 20,000 hedonist points and a random high-grade spirit pill. If the mission fails, 40,000 hedonist points will be deducted. The fourth side mission of the Yun Province disturbance is to return to Yun Province and intimidate the enemy forces. Mission reward, 10,000 hedonist points, blood demon armor, and myriad beast spell. If the mission fails, 40,000 hedonist points will be deducted. Qin Feng looked at the Yun Province disturbance mission in the system. The first side mission of this mission was to destroy the Sima family of Acropolis City. Now that he was in Yuhai City, he planned to complete the third side mission and the fourth side mission at the same time. Qin Feng. A deep and cold voice suddenly sounded from behind him, giving Qin Feng a fright. The Yin-Yang freaks? What do you want? Qin Feng turned around and saw 2 men in black robes and straw hats. The Yin-Yang elders' faces were covered by their straw hats, so no one could see their expressions. The corners of their mouths twitched violently. Clearly, they were displeased with Qin Feng's nickname, the Yin-Yang freaks. Follow us back to the sect. The Yin-Yang elders did not waste any time. Each of them placed a hand on Qin Feng's shoulder. Immediately, Qin Feng felt 2 demonic auras pressing down on his meridians, preventing him from circulating his qi. You 2 are demonic cultivators. Qin Feng's expression changed drastically. He had fought with the Yin-Yang elders a few times, but it was only now that he saw their true cultivation method. The 2 of them had hidden it well. Why should I go back with you? Let go of me, or else I'll beat the crap out of you. It was difficult for Qin Feng to even circulate his qi, so how could he defeat the Yin-Yang elders? He was purposely trying to scare the Yin-Yang elders and stall for time. Strangely, when Qin Feng was about to put on the sacred azure battle armor, the Yin-Yang elders actually let go of Qin Feng and did not attack him. Their voices suddenly became gentle, and they spoke with a pleading tone. Young hero Qin, how have you been? Where are you going? Qin Feng was slightly stunned. For a moment he couldn't figure out what these two old men wanted to do. He even suspected that the 5 poison needles last time might have pricked their brains silly. Do you need to care where this young master wants to go? Qin Feng complained tentatively. The Yin-Yang elders' bodies trembled slightly. They suppressed the anger in their hearts and laughed. Ha ha! We don't care. How could boorish people like us dare to care about young hero Qin's matters? Qin Feng was becoming more and more confused. He did not want to be entangled by 2 level 7 demonic cultivators who suddenly went crazy. Since you can't care, then don't follow me anymore. Otherwise, I'll really beat you up. After Qin Feng finished speaking, he broke into a run. He was having a headache over the 8th layer demonic cultivator, Ghost Face Mountain Man. Suddenly, 2 archenemies of the 7th layer demonic cultivators appeared. Qin Feng felt that he was really unlucky. Whoosh whoosh. After running for a long time, Qin Feng stopped. 2 gusts of wind blew from both sides, and the Yin-Yang elders appeared out of nowhere like ghosts. Young hero Qin, are you tired? Do you want some juice? Yin elder handed Qin Feng a bottle of orange juice that he had just bought. Qin Feng was so angry that his eyeballs almost popped out. He had exhausted himself running so far, but Yin elder still had time to buy juice. Tell me, what do you guys want? Do you want to fight to the death with me? I don't have time right now. How about we arrange a time? I'll definitely come and fight you too, Qin Feng said. The Yin-Yang elders' mouths twitched violently. Hearing Qin Feng call them Yin-Yang elders, they wanted to slap him to death. However, they could not do anything now. After the Yin-Yang elders were hit by Qin Feng's 5 poison needles, they immediately rushed back to Poison Sect to find the sect leader to cure them. However, the poison of the King of Poisons was too powerful. Moreover, this poison was a supreme poison developed by the founder of Poison Sect, Ouyang Feng. Only Ouyang Feng could cure it. However, Ouyang Feng was a long time ago. There were rumors that he was dead, and there were also rumors that he was hiding in seclusion outside of the secular world. In any case, no one in Poison Sect could cure the poison of the King of Poisons. Even the sect leader, the multiform Poison King, was helpless. The multiform Poison King only alleviated the poison in the Yin-Yang elders' bodies, but it did not completely cure them. After knowing the situation, the Yin-Yang elders could only come back to find Qin Feng. They wanted to ask if Qin Feng had the antidote to completely cure the King of Poisons. This was also the reason why the Yin-Yang elders tolerated Qin Feng and did not dare to get angry at him. Hee hee! Young hero Qin, I think you've misunderstood our intentions. We just saw that you're young and promising. You're a peerless genius, so we admire you. We want to make friends with an outstanding youth like you. Yin elder tried to curry favor with Qin Feng with a smile. However, his voice sounded awkward. Qin Feng was disgusted to death by Yin elder. This person usually spoke coldly and gloomily like a dead person. Now, he suddenly started to act like a spoiled child. Just thinking about it was scary enough. Fuck! What do you guys want? Just give me a quick answer. You want to fight, right? Then come at me! Qin Feng originally wanted to trick the Yin-Yang elders into leaving, but now he was really forced into a corner. He swung his fists at the Yin-Yang elders. Young hero Qin, please stop. We're really here to make friends with you. Yin elder did not dodge. He allowed Qin Feng's fist to smash into his chest. With a pu sound, Yin elder spat out a mouthful of blood. When Yang elder saw this, he felt sullen. Fuck! You're really not going to fight back? Qin Feng looked at Yin elder in astonishment. He wondered what was wrong with this old man today. Since we sincerely want to make friends with young hero Qin, we naturally can't fight back. An elder was so angry that his lungs were about to explode. However, his face was smiling like a little chrysanthemum. Bang! Qin Feng punched again. Young elder, who was standing to the side, was caught off guard. He cried out. Fuck! He said he wouldn't fight back. Why are you hitting me? Are you going to fight back? Hit Elderine once, and I'll return the favor, Qin Feng said with a deadpan expression. The yin-yang elders spat out another mouthful of blood. This time, they weren't spitting out blood because they were hit. They were so angry that they vomited blood. Alright, I still have business to take care of. I'm not in the mood to play with you guys today. Tell me, why are you looking for me? Qin Feng's gaze turned cold, and he became serious. The yin-yang elders were really tired from swallowing humiliation. At this time, they returned to their usual cold demeanor. Qin Feng, last time, you poisoned me and Elder Yan with the king of poisons. We're here to ask for the antidote. Chapter 510. At first, Qin Feng had a headache when he saw the yin-yang elders. He thought that they were here for revenge. Now that he understood the reason, Qin Feng could not stop smiling. He was just worried that Ghostface Mountain, who was a level 7 heretic, was too strong. Now 2 idiots came to fight for Qin Feng. Why are you looking at us like that? The yin-yang elders usually killed people like flies. People would tremble in fear when they saw them. This was the first time they were scared by someone else's smile. Qin Feng's smile was too sinister. I'm looking at you guys normally. Is there something wrong? Qin Feng immediately stopped smiling and looked at the two seriously. Why are you asking me for the antidote? Isn't your poison sect the #1 poison sect in the martial arts world? Can't you cure such a small poison? Sigh. How disappointing. The yin-yang elders looked at Qin Feng's disdainful expression and were so angry that they almost vomited blood. The king of poisons was a super poison created by the poison tyrant, Ouyang Feng's ancestor. Yet, in Qin Feng's mouth, it was just a simple little poison. This guy really knew how to brag. Hee hee. Young hero Qin, I hope you can be lenient and help us. Although that was what they thought, the yin-yang elders did not dare to show it. At least, before they got the antidote, they had to treat Qin Feng like an ancestor. Because even the current poison sect leader, the multiform poison king, could not cure this poison. If Qin Feng did not give them the antidote, the yin-yang elders could only wait for death. I already said that you can go back to your poison sect and find your sect leader. Why are you bothering me? Qin Feng had an indifferent attitude. Young hero Qin, to tell you the truth, our sect leader can't cure this poison either. The yin-yang elders looked distressed. Qin Feng was slightly shocked. He did not expect the 5-poison needle to be so powerful. Just one needle could trouble such a powerful poison sect. Then why don't you just admit it when I said that your poison sect is trash? You should be honest. You guys are so secretive. Qin Feng spoke with the tone of a senior reprimanding a junior. The bodies of the yin-yang elders, hidden under the black robes, trembled vigorously. Sigh. If your poison sect can't even detoxify such a small poison, don't ever brag about how powerful your sect is when it comes to using poison in the future. All of you are already so old. Don't you feel embarrassed when you say such lies? Young hero Qin, may I ask if you have the antidote? Elderine could not hold it in any longer. He gritted his teeth and interrupted Qin Feng. I don't think I have it either. Bang! As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, he felt the yin-yang elders abruptly erupt with dense demonic qi. This demonic qi caused the surrounding air to emit faint explosions. The strength of a 7th-layer demonic cultivator was undoubtedly displayed. It turned out that these two old men had been hiding their true strength when fighting Qin Feng. Their true strength shocked even Qin Feng, and he felt that he was powerless against them. Now that I think about it, I should have the antidote. Qin Feng muttered with a frown when he saw that Elder Yin was about to smash his head into pieces. Elder Yin quickly withdrew his hand, and his palm hovered above Qin Feng's head. It was less than 5 centimeters away from Qin Feng's head. Elder Yin panted heavily. Fuck! Are you fucking messing with us? Old Yin, if you talk to me with this attitude, then I might forget the antidote formula, Qin Feng said indifferently. Elder Yin was so angry that his teeth chattered. Qin Feng called him an old monster, and then called him a perverted old man. If it was someone else, Elder Yin would have smashed them into pieces and fed them to his rainbow poison moths. Elder Yin, calm down, calm down! Elder Yang quickly slapped Elder Yin's hand away. He looked at Qin Feng with a smile and said, Young hero Qin, we've become friends after a fight. Why don't you tell us the antidote formula, and we promise to forget about our past grudges. From now on, we'll mind our own business. What do you think? Sure, Qin Feng readily agreed. The Yin-Yang elders were stunned. Weren't things a little too simple? Young hero Qin, you agree? Then hurry up and give us the antidote formula, Elder Yang said excitedly, but there was a smirk hidden in the depths of his eyes. I did agree to your proposal, but I didn't say I'd give you the antidote formula immediately. I'm not stupid. What if you kill me after I give you the antidote? Wouldn't I be an idiot then? Qin Feng had long seen through the Yin-Yang elders' intentions. These two old men were cruel, merciless, and cunning. Qin Feng had to be on guard against them. Hee hee! How is that possible? We're not that kind of people. Elder Yang laughed awkwardly. Even he felt a little guilty after saying this. How about this? I was just about to go to Fengyun Fun City to have some fun. Since you're here, you'll be my full-time bodyguards today. As long as you serve me well, I'll give you the antidote formula, Qin Feng said casually. The Yin-Yang elders' expressions changed slightly. They thought Qin Feng was using this opportunity to humiliate them by making them his lackeys. But considering their own lives, they could only bear with it for the time being. It's okay to be lackeys, but what if you go back on your word? I'm no match for you too. If I go back on my word, you can just kill me. Qin Feng was secretly delighted when he saw the Yin-Yang elders taking the bait. The Yin-Yang elders looked at each other and nodded slightly. Okay, it's decided then. Both parties reached an agreement, and Qin Feng walked toward Fengyun Fun City with a smile on his face. Originally, Qin Feng wanted to go in and save the girls as Green Wolf. But because of the Yin-Yang elders' sudden appearance, Qin Feng couldn't change his identity anymore. If he did, his identity as Green Wolf would be exposed, and Qin Feng didn't want that to happen. Sir, you need to be a member to enter Fengyun Fun City. Please show me your membership card. The three of them were stopped by two bodyguards as soon as they reached the entrance. The Yin-Yang elders, who stood behind Qin Feng, glanced at the two bodyguards. Astonishment flashed in their eyes. This was just an amusement park, and the gatekeepers were two Stage 4 inner chi martial artists. Damn it! I'm a diamond member here! Open your dog eyes wide and take a good look! Qin Feng had been here before. At that time, he had upgraded his membership card to Diamond. Later on, Bai Qing led a team to seal the amusement park. Qin Feng didn't know if that card was still useful, so he took out his Diamond card and pretended to be arrogant. Hee hee! Excuse me, sir. Please come in. The two bodyguards were Stage 4 inner chi martial artists. Being treated like dogs by Qin Feng made them so angry that their lungs were about to explode. However, the owner of Fengyun Fun City had set a rule that they had to be obedient to customers. Therefore, the two of them could only swallow their anger and smile obsequiously at Qin Feng. Wait! Where's your membership card? The Yin-Yang elders were stopped as soon as Qin Feng entered the amusement park. We don't have a membership card. The Yin-Yang elders glared at the bodyguards. They didn't care about Stage 4 inner chi martial artists at all. Fuck! Get lost if you don't have a membership card. Are you monsters wearing black robes and straw hats in broad daylight? Get lost! The reason why the two bodyguards were enraged was simple. They could tell that the Yin-Yang elders were Qin Feng's bodyguards. Since they had been bullied by Qin Feng, they wanted to vent their anger on Qin Feng's bodyguards. This could be considered as a show of strength to Qin Feng. The yin-yang elders' faces were hideous under their straw hats. They could tolerate Qin Feng calling them monsters, but these two Stage 4 inner Qi martial artists dared to yell at them? An elder raised one of his palms. However, before Elder Yin could make a move, Qin Feng cursed. "Motherfucker! Did you turn a deaf ear to what I said just now? I told you I'm a diamond member here, and these two are my underlings. Who told you to stop them?" Although Qin Feng was arrogant, he had already suppressed the inner Qi in his body. In the eyes of the two bodyguards, he was just an ordinary person. They didn't like Qin Feng for a long time, so their expressions turned cold. "Mister, since you're a frequent visitor to Fun City, you should know our rules. Only one member per membership card can enter the amusement park. We've never brought bodyguards in because we have many experts who will ensure your safety." Qin Feng curled his lips impatiently and yelled, "One membership card only allows one person to enter? No one else is allowed in?" "Yes, mister. Please cooperate with us." The bodyguards were impartial and left no room for negotiation. "That's all. You two can come in now." Qin Feng beckoned the yin-yang elders in while the bodyguards were puzzled. He explained, "These two aren't people. They're just two dogs that I've raised. Just think of it as me bringing two pet dogs here to gamble, okay?" The yin-yang elders were about to enter the house when they heard Qin Feng's words. They stopped abruptly, and the corners of their mouths twitched. "Mister, if you continue to cause trouble, we won't be polite anymore." The two bodyguards were thoroughly enraged by Qin Feng. They looked as if they were ready to fight at any time. Qin Feng looked nonchalant and gave the yin-yang elders a look. The two raised their hands, and two wisps of powder drifted into the bodyguards' noses. In the next second, the two bodyguards' eyes became blank, and they stood there stupidly as if their souls had been sucked out. "Humph! I can't stand people like them. So what if they're dogs? Why do they look down on dogs?" Qin Feng said indignantly when he saw the yin-yang elders easily taking care of the two bodyguards. "Don't you think so?" The yin-yang elders staggered and almost fell. Bang! At the same time, in a room on the fourth floor, the pale-faced Li Xiaojie suddenly punched the glass coffee table in front of him, shattering it into pieces. The ghost-faced mountain man was startled. "What are you doing?" Li Xiaojie's eyes were bloodshot. He stared at a familiar face on the monitor screen and ignored the ghost-faced mountain man's anger. "Qin Feng? It's Qin Feng. Ha! Ha ha!" Li Xiaojie laughed like a madman when he saw Qin Feng. He laughed so hard that tears rolled down his cheeks. Qin Feng had disappeared after the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Rumors said that Qin Feng was dead, and Li Xiaojie had always thought that Qin Feng was dead. He never thought that Qin Feng was still alive, and that he had delivered himself to his doorstep. How could Li Xiaojie not be excited? He could still vividly remember the scene when Qin Feng pierced his heart with a spear. "Li Xiaojie, are you out of your mind?" "Shut up." The ghost-faced mountain man slapped Li Xiaojie's neck. The excited Li Xiaojie collapsed on the sofa, and his laughter stopped. "Grand Elder, I'm really sorry. I was too excited just now." Li Xiaojie calmed down after lying down for a while. "What happened? Who did you see?" the ghost-faced mountain man asked with a frown. Chapter 511. Li Xiaojie had died in the Amethyst Dragon Palace 3 months ago, but he was still alive. It was a miracle. However, Li Xiaojie had to go through an inhumanly cruel experience to survive. Li Xiaojie's body was found by the Li family. At that time, Li Xiaojie was already dead, and the Li family was powerless to do anything about it. They were preparing to bury Li Xiaojie in the Li family's cemetery. At that time, an elder of the Verdant sect asked for Li Xiaojie's body. A month later, Li Xiaojie came back to life. He stood in the living room of the Li family with a pale face. He could breathe and walk again. The Li family was scared to death. Li Xiaojie's father and grandfather asked him how he came back to life, But it was a secret of the verdant sect, so Li Shaojia didn't tell them. Qin Feng? Who is he? The ghost-faced mountain man came here to kidnap Hua Yan and threaten Green Wolf. He didn't expect Qin Feng to appear out of nowhere, which made the ghost-faced mountain man unhappy. Grand Elder, Qin Feng and I have a personal grudge, so I won't delay your business. The Green Wolf who killed Senior Brother Taoist will be here soon. I'll bring a few disciples of the verdant sect to kill Qin Feng, Li Shaojia said impatiently. The ghost-faced mountain man thought for a while and asked with a cold face. What's Qin Feng's strength? He was a stage 3 inner chi cultivator 3 months ago, Li Shaojia said honestly. Humph. I can flick a mere stage 3 inner chi cultivator to death with a flick of my finger. Since he's here to play, he won't be leaving anytime soon. Don't act rashly and alert him. I'm afraid that if you guys start fighting, Green Wolf will be scared away. The ghost-faced mountain man said coldly. Let's wait for Green Wolf. When he comes, I'll help you kill that Qin Feng kid. Ha ha! Thank you so much, Grand Elder. Li Shaojia was so excited that he almost jumped up when he heard the ghost-faced mountain man was going to help. He knew the Grand Elder's strength very well. The Grand Elder was a stage 7 evil cultivator, which was equivalent to a stage 8 inner chi cultivator. Even a stage 8 inner chi cultivator wouldn't be able to kill him easily. After deciding on the plan, Ghost-Faced Mountain Man and Li Shaojia continued to sit on the sofa, waiting for Green Wolf to appear. Meanwhile, Hua Yan, who was tied up in the corner, was so shocked that her eyeballs almost popped out. Today, the campus of Kyoto University was in an uproar. There were protest marches all over the campus, and even some newspaper reporters were attracted to interview the school. Qin Feng was the culprit behind this phenomenon. Hua Yan had been searching for Qin Feng for a long time. But she had never expected that Qin Feng would be hiding in Fun City, enjoying his leisure time. Hua Yan immediately recalled the first time she met Qin Feng in this Fengyun Fun City. At that time, Qin Feng had the appearance of a hedonistic young master. Not only did he spend lavishly, but he also lecherously groped Hua Yan. When Hua Yan imagined that Qin Feng might be hugging a hot chick, touching her breasts with one hand and pinching her butt with the other, Hua Yan was so furious that her lungs were about to explode. She had forgotten that she was in mortal danger, and was angrily cursing Qin Feng's 18 generations of ancestors. Acho! Qin Feng, who was sitting at the poker table in disdain, sneezed several times in a row. Aya! Which girl missed me so much? Look at how she's sneezing, Qin Feng said with a smile on his face. The yin-yang elders acted like little brothers. They quickly took out tissues from their pockets and handed them to Qin Feng. Young Master Qin, please take care of yourself. Don't catch a cold. Qin Feng glared at Yin Elder and wiped his nose with the tissue. Then, he crumpled the tissue into a ball and threw it at a brawny man. The ball hit the forehead of the brawny man. Fuck! Who threw me? Show yourself if you have the guts! The brawny man was shirtless. There was a big tiger tattoo on his chest, and there was a hideous scar on his forehead. He was obviously not a man to be trifled with. Yo! Whose dog is barking here? What a killjoy! Qin Feng stood up with a smile. With his black suit draped over his shoulders, he looked like a big brother on the bund. Little bastard, was it you who hit me just now? The brawny man winked at Qin Feng, looking like he was going to fight him. Qin Feng extended his hand behind him, and Elder Yin immediately passed him a piece of tissue. Qin Feng wiped his nose, crumpled the tissue into a ball, and threw it at the brawny man's head. Now you should see it clearly, right? Elder Yin said. The brawny man was stunned. He had seen arrogant people before, but he had never seen someone as arrogant as Qin Feng. This was the territory of the Li family of Yuhai City. There were many bodyguards and experts here. Many big bosses from the 4 cities of Yuhai province came here to gamble because of the guarantee of safety. Firstly, cheating was not allowed in Fengyun Fun City. Secondly, causing trouble was not allowed. Otherwise, no matter how powerful one's background was, the bodyguards here could beat one back to his original state. Are you provoking me? The brawny man recovered after a long while. Instead of getting angry, he burst into laughter. Ha ha! Did you see that? Some idiot is provoking me in Feng Yun Fun City. Security, someone is causing trouble in the casino. The brawny man's voice was as loud as an ante in a wet market. With just 2 shouts, he attracted the attention of the people in the hall on the first floor. Instantly, a dozen or so black shadows flickered and surrounded Qin Feng and the other 2 in a few breaths. Elder Yang, I have a feeling that something is wrong with this Fun City. It's not as simple as it looks. An elder whispered to Elder Yang. He glanced at the 12 bodyguards and found that among them were 2 Stage 4 energy warriors, 8 Stage 3 energy warriors, and 2 Stage 2 energy warriors. Although an elder didn't care about opponents of this level, it was strange for so many martial artists to be security guards in Fun City. I noticed it too. But since we're already here, we should try our best to please Qin Feng. This is a matter of life and death, said Elder Yang. Who are you? How dare you cause trouble in Feng Yun Fun City? At this moment, one of the security guards started to question Qin Feng. An elder's mouth twitched when he saw Qin Feng's big hand behind his back. Obviously, he had guessed what Qin Feng was going to do next. However, an elder still sighed and stuffed a piece of tissue into Qin Feng's hand. Qin Feng sobered up with a big pile of snot. Then, he crumpled the tissue into a ball and threw it in a beautiful arc in the air. With a thud, it landed on the security guard's head. He chuckled and said, I've made it so obvious. Can't you see? I'm here to cause trouble. Hiss. Everyone in the hall on the first floor was stunned. Those who were playing cards stopped playing, those who were flirting with beauties stopped flirting, and the dealer who was handing out cards stopped. Several hundred pairs of eyes simultaneously looked at Qin Feng and the 2 strange men in black robes behind him. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air and waited for the next hot-blooded scene. Fuck! You're courting death! The security guard who was hit in the head snapped out of his daze and cursed loudly. He swung his fist at Qin Feng. Qin Feng stood with his hands clasped behind his back and a faint smile on his face. An elder moved like a ghost and slapped the security guard with his palm. Bang! An elder's speed was too fast. With a muffled sound, the security guard was sent flying. He spat out a few mouthfuls of blood and fell to the ground. It was unknown whether he was dead or alive. All the guests in Feng Yun Fun City were scared. Many of them screamed and ran outside. The security guards wore grave expressions because the security guard who was sent flying by an elder was a Stage 3 energy expert. Don't panic, everyone. We'll subdue these 3 soon. The 2 Stage 4 energy experts among the crowd spoke. Then, they pounced on an elder and tried to take him down. Humph! A mere Stage 4 energy expert dares to be presumptuous in front of me? Murderous intent flashed across an elder's eyes. He slapped the 2 Stage 4 energy experts twice, and they were sent flying like kites with broken strings. At this moment, the rest of the security guards were scared. The 2 Stage 4 energy masters were the strongest in the lobby on the first floor. They didn't expect that they would be defeated so easily. Most importantly, up until now, no one had seen through Elder Yin's true strength. This person brought great pressure to everyone. He was an unfathomable threat. Who are you? How dare you oppose the verdant sect? If you know what's good for you, get out of here! The security guards stood in a row and looked at Qin Feng and his 2 companions with vigilance. They knew they were no match for an elder, so they didn't dare to act rashly. Instead, they used their identity as members of the verdant sect to threaten them. What? You're from the verdant sect? The yin-yang elders' expressions changed drastically. They were so angry that their lungs were about to explode. As a member of the martial arts world, everyone knew that there were 3 sects and 5 sects in China, and the verdant sect was one of them. The verdant sect had many members and was a powerful force. Ordinary people wouldn't dare to provoke them. Even the poison sect, which the yin-yang elders belonged to, had to give way to the verdant sect. They wouldn't offend the verdant sect unless there was a conflict that couldn't be resolved. Qin Feng, you treacherous villain! How dare you use us? The yin-yang elders suddenly realized that this was a trap set by Qin Feng to pit the poison sect and the verdant sect against each other. Qin Feng ignored the yin-yang elders' ferocious expressions. He chuckled and shouted at the security guards. Hee hee! Verdant sect? Are they powerful? I don't think I've heard of them as a member of the poison sect. Poison sect? So you're from the poison sect? Humph! How dare a mere little poison sect offend the verdant sect? You're courting death! It was obvious that the verdant sect disciples didn't take the poison sect seriously. The yin-yang elders were enraged by their arrogant words. However, facing the verdant sect, the two elders didn't dare to act rashly. They weren't representing themselves, but the entire poison sect. If they were to fight, the poison sect would be dragged into this mess. If the sect leader of the multiform Poison King found out about this, would he spare the yin-yang elders? Qin Feng, you despicable villain! I'll kill you first! Yin elder had been sulking for an entire day just to get the antidote. Now, he was completely enraged. He slammed his palm at Qin Feng. Qin Feng took a step back and dodged Yin elder's attack. He said in a neutral tone, Are you sure you don't want the antidote? Fine. Our previous agreement is now null and void. Wait. Yin elder quickly stopped Yin elder and said anxiously, We can't kill Qin Feng now, unless we die as well. Yin elder quickly calmed down after being persuaded. The two elders were extremely sullen. They wanted to kill Qin Feng, but they couldn't. Not only that, they were being manipulated by Qin Feng. Chapter 512. Spit it out! Yin elder didn't waste any more time and glared at Qin Feng. It's simple, kill them all! Qin Feng smiled evilly. The yin-yang elders were startled, but they soon understood Qin Feng's intention. Qin Feng wanted them to kill all the verdant sect disciples in Fengyun Fun City so that no one would know about the poison sect's attack on the verdant sect. The yin-yang elders' lives were in Qin Feng's hands, so they had no choice but to do so. They looked at each other and nodded silently. Whoosh whoosh. After reaching an agreement, the yin-yang elders shot forward. Their speed was as fast as lightning. Even Qin Feng was shocked when he saw this. It seemed that the two of them had concealed their true strength. Bang! Yin elder arrived at the left side of the hall. Suddenly, a layer of ice appeared on his palms. He kept striking with his palms, creating a series of afterimages. The low-level martial artists were like little chicks that were sent flying by Yin elder's palms. Those who were hit by Yin elder's cold Yin palm had their bodies covered with a layer of hard ice when they fell to the ground. It seemed that they had been frozen to death. The battle on Yang elder's side was also very fierce. A layer of intense flame appeared on his palms. When his palms fell, those who were hit by Yang elder's scorching palm were instantly burned to death. They screamed miserably and screamed in agony. The yin-yang elders were the great guardians of the poison sect. One was yin and one was yang, one was fire, and the other was ice. The combination of the two could be said to be flawless and full of destructive power. Qin Feng was shocked when he saw this. He thought to himself that he had actually survived against these two old monsters for so long, and had the upper hand every time. Qin Feng felt that it was somewhat inconceivable. Poison sect, you'll die a horrible death! Our verdant sect master won't let you go! A dozen or so martial artists weren't enough to warm up the yin-yang elders. The frozen martial artists died with grievances. They probably didn't expect the poison sect to be so arrogant, and openly opposed the verdant sect. The yin-yang elders felt helpless. But since they had decided to start a massacre, they had to be decisive and violent. Go upstairs! Seeing that all the martial artists of the verdant gate on the first floor were killed, Qin Feng ran upstairs without hesitation. He thought that the ghost-faced mountain man must have locked Hua Yen in one of the rooms on the fourth floor. Since Qin Feng had made his move, the yin-yang elders followed suit and ran upstairs. They had to kill all the disciples of the verdant sect as soon as possible. They couldn't afford to let them leak the information. The yin-yang elders moved like two ghosts. Qin Feng wasn't wearing the sacred azure battle armor, so his speed was greatly increased. However, before he could reach the staircase, he saw two black shadows dashing up the stairs. Qin Feng didn't have the sacred azure battle armor on. Not good! Retreat! Qin Feng had just reached the staircase when he suddenly heard the yin-yang elders scream. The two of them quickly retreated and leaped back to the hall on the first floor. Immediately, a gust of cold wind blew from upstairs, and a murderous aura that seemed like it was about to condense into a solid substance rushed towards Qin Feng. Qin Feng also felt the danger, and quickly retreated into the hall. Kakik! I heard that someone from the Poison Sect dared to cause trouble in the territory of the Verdant Sect. They must be tired of living. I'd like to see how many brains the Poison Sect has. A shrill, strange laughter rang in the hall, and clouds of black mist rolled down from upstairs. Apart from Qin Feng, Elder Yin-yang, and Elder Yin-yang, there were also some ordinary gamblers in the hall. When they saw this strange scene, they were so scared that they broke into a run. They felt like they were in a haunted house or hell. Oh no! It's a Stage 7 heretic cultivator! The young elder frowned as if he was facing a formidable enemy. The Yin elder was so angry that he cursed. Qin Feng, you little bastard! If I can get out of here alive, I'll tear you into pieces even if I don't need the antidote. No matter how stupid the yin-yang elders were, they finally understood what was going on. Qin Feng was an expert, and he didn't care about martial artists below Stage 6 inner Qi. However, Qin Feng brought the yin-yang elders here to cause trouble, and it was obvious that he wanted to deal with this Stage 7 heretic cultivator. The yin-yang elders were so angry that their lungs were about to explode when they found out that Qin Feng already knew that there was a Stage 7 heretic cultivator here. Humph! A mere Stage 7 heretic cultivator dares to behave atrociously in front of the Great Poison Sect? Senior brothers, let's join forces and eliminate this evil for the people! Seeing that the ghost-faced mountain man had appeared, Qin Feng hurriedly yelled at him. The yin-yang elders' mouths twitched. Even if they wanted to escape now, there was no point. Qin Feng had forced the Poison Sect into a dead end. The yin-yang elders would either kill the ghost-faced hillman, or be killed by the sect leader when they returned. They were going to die anyway, so the yin-yang elders were ready to fight to the death. You must be Qin Feng. You're pretty good at talking big, but you're too weak. The ghost-faced hillman laughed strangely. His laughter was filled with mockery. Qin Feng was stunned. How did the ghost-faced hillman know that he was Qin Feng? Could it be that Green Wolf and Qin Feng's identities were exposed? How did they get exposed? Qin Feng couldn't figure it out. However, since his identity was exposed, Qin Feng's eyes were filled with killing intent. He couldn't let the ghost-faced hillman live. He had to find a way to kill him. Brat, I'll send you to hell first! Ghost-faced mountain man growled. A cloud of black mist suddenly rushed toward Qin Feng. The black mist contained a strong killing intent. Qin Feng hurriedly ran toward the yin-yang elders, scaring them into running away as fast as they could. The three of them played a game of cat and mouse in the empty hall. The yin-yang elders cursed Qin Feng along the way. Qin Feng pretended not to hear them and ran happily. Up until now, Qin Feng and the other two hadn't seen the ghost-faced hillman's face clearly. He was surrounded by rolling black mist as soon as he appeared. Qin Feng muttered in his heart, "Isn't this monster afraid of choking to death? Yaya, why the fuck are you following us? Get out of my way!" Elder Yin's hair stood on end as he was chased by Qin Feng. He stopped abruptly and launched a palm strike at Qin Feng. Qin Feng smirked. He had long since prepared for this. He leapt up and dodged Elder Yin's attack. A wall of ice formed and blocked most of the black fog. "We can't keep running like this. Let's go all out." Elder Yan had been forced into a corner, not by Qin Feng, but by the black fog. He turned around and slammed his palm into the center of the black fog. A ball of intense flames flew towards it, and the black fog suddenly began to burst into flames, producing a violent explosion. "Hee hee hee! Old monster, how dare you set fire to me? You're seeking death! Elder Yang's flames seemed to have an effect on the black mist. It quickly disappeared, and the ghost face Hillman's angry curses came from the center of the black mist. Soon, a man whose body was as black as ink and whose face was full of hideous wrinkles appeared. An ordinary person would wet their pants just by looking at him. You said I'm a monster? You're the one who's a monster! Elder Yang was infuriated when he was called a monster by a monster like the ghost face Hillman. He charged toward the charging ghost face Hillman and slapped him. Elder Yang's palm burst into flames while the ghost face Hillman's hand was covered in a layer of black mist. The two palms collided, creating a loud noise that shook the hall. Pfft! Elder Yang was sent flying and spat out a few mouthfuls of blood in midair. The flame on his hand had disappeared, and it seemed that he was severely injured. The ghost face Hillman retreated rapidly and spat out a mouthful of black mist. He was so angry that he yelled, Ayaya! 2 Stage 7 Inner Chi Demon Cultivators! Humph! How dare you, poison sect! Are you really going to oppose the verdant sect? I'm going to destroy you all! The ghost face Hillman didn't seem to be injured after the attack. He took a breath and launched another palm strike. He was originally going to attack Qin Feng, but now he targeted the Yin-Yang elders. After all, the Yin-Yang elders were very powerful and posed a threat to the ghost face Hillman. All 3 of them were at stage 7 inner Qi, but the ghost face Hillman was a heretic cultivator, while the Yin-Yang elders were demon cultivators. The difference in strength between them showed that heretic cultivators were very powerful. However, their cultivation methods were too cruel. Even demon cultivators looked down on them, let alone orthodox martial cultivators. Coldine Palm! Elder Yin braced himself and launched a palm strike. A layer of green demonic chi burst out and formed a thick ice wall in midair, blocking the ghost face Hillman on the other side. The ghost face Hillman's palm strike did not shatter the ice wall. Instead, tiny cracks appeared on the ice wall. Ayaya! Brat, don't let me pass! If I do, I'll eat you alive! The ghost face Hillman stomped his feet angrily and kept hitting the ice wall. The cracks on the ice wall grew bigger and bigger, and it looked like it was going to collapse at any moment. Brat, give me and Elder Yang the antidote now! Otherwise, we won't be able to use our strength! Elder Yin glared at Qin Feng. Ever since the Yin-Yang elders were poisoned by the King of Poisons, they had to circulate the demonic qi in their bodies to expel the poison and prevent it from entering their hearts and vital blood vessels. This had seriously affected their strength. Take it! Qin Feng waved his hand, and 2 vials of green liquid landed in Senior Yin's hands. Senior Yin was dumbfounded when he received the antidote. In his eyes, Qin Feng was a sinister and cunning person. How could he give away the antidote so easily? While Elder Yin was puzzled, Qin Feng's laughter rang in the air. This is a temporary antidote. It can relieve the poison in your body for half an hour. In this half an hour, kill that monster for me. Otherwise, you will die. The corner of Elder Yin's mouth twitched. He resisted the urge to kill Qin Feng with a palm strike. Then, he and Elder Yang consumed the antidote. The antidote was the King of Poisons reliever potion that Qin Feng had just purchased from the system. These 2 bottles of reliever potion cost Qin Feng 1,000 hedonist points. However, the effects of the potion were very obvious. After the Yin-Yang elders drank the potion, they immediately felt their bodily functions recovering rapidly. I'll leave the first floor to you. I'll go upstairs and help you kill the people from the verdant sect. Seeing that the Yin-Yang elders had recovered to their peak, Qin Feng rushed upstairs and left the Yin-Yang elders to deal with the ghost face Hillman. You're tuning in to the Phoenix Knights YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.